live here on YouTube for some good old NASCAR Cup Series racing. Welcome on in, everybody. And as I mentioned, I am joined tonight by my dad. Welcome on in.
Thank you.
Welcome back to the studio. And hey, I guess you're going to have to stay up a little past your bedtime today.
Why do you look so much taller than me?
My camera's like 5 inches lower.
And you're taller than me.
That too, but yeah.
Gravity works.
Yep.
I see 25 in the chat.
Yeah, that's what we had there. 26 right now. We also got a pre-race poll going.
Sweet.
For who we think is going to win stage one. I threw in Ryan Preece, the pole sitter, Tyler Reddick, the top Toyota driver, and then I threw Chase Elliott in because, let's be honest, I would have gone top Chevy, but let's just be honest, nobody's picking Allmendinger over the other two in that list.
And no one's. What about Hamlin?
I went with the top Toyota because I feel like Reddick and Hamlin both have a good shot to be on that list. Typically, I try and go top Toyota, top Chevy, top Ford when it makes sense to.
Doesn't make sense to have the guy that's a 5-time winner of Richmond.
I think he and Reddick are pretty close on speed here. But we do have cars rolling on track, and we are ready to go. So feel free to let us know in the chat as well who you guys think is going to win the race. We'd love to hear your guys' opinion. Who's your pick for the win?
Hamlin.
You think you're going Hamlin?
Yep.
All right. Well, my pick over on the podcast this week was William Byron. I just need a solid point stay out of him after what was supposed to be a solid point stay out of Chase Elliott last week turned into his first non-top 20 of the entire season.
So let me get this straight. So you picked Byron.
Yeah.
Did you have him in your fantasy lineup?
I didn't have a Byron left over.
I picked Hamlin.
Oh, and we're green. Green flag's out. We are back. We are racing here at Richmond.
I picked Hamlin, and I don't have a Hamlin left, so.
Well, hey, maybe that'll be good. Oh, and there we go. Byron already 3 wide on the outside making moves. Down into turns 1 and 2. Now through 3 and 4. Ryan Preece is able to clear for the lead. Looks like Tyler Reddick has been able to solidify himself up into second place here. While AJ Allmendinger actually able to clear Michael McDowell. Or, sorry, not Michael McDowell. Able to clear Denny Hamlin there for 4th. Michael McDowell still stuck on the outside there. Meanwhile, on the outside as well, Brad Keselowski with a 3-wide move around Chase Elliott and Bubba Wallace there. So some pretty good moves here early on. We got 43 people now tuning in.
Absolutely wonderful.
Where did all these people come from? Last night I couldn't get more than like 4 people. Must be you. Must be the famous father coming in carrying the broadcast.
That's it. Not that it's a cup race and not a truck race.
Yeah, a Truck Series regular season finale versus just a cup race at Richmond. Which, I know I glaze Richmond a ton, but it is not everybody's favorite track. It's mine, but that's besides the point here. So, yeah.
What's your favorite race you ever saw at Richmond?
Favorite race I probably ever saw at Richmond probably would have to be, if we're talking real life races, I would probably have to say the 2016 spring race where Kyle Busch moved Carl Edwards out the way for the win.
My favorite race that I saw at Richmond was the Daytona 500.
Yeah, well, considering how that ended for my two guys, let's just move right on past that because, watched Denny Hamlin go to victory lane that day.
That was kind of funny, though.
Yeah.
How that happened.
Yeah. Yeah, the fact that we just happened to... Okay, I need to mute this chat. I need to mute another chat because another chat got active.
Oh, chat bot.
No, just another trading card chat that I'm in.
Oh.
Yeah, I decided to get active
at just the wrong time.
Yeah, after I went and muted a different one a few minutes ago. But yeah, so 7 laps in here. We got Allmendinger challenging for the second position here on Reddick. Again, who had that on their bingo card? that Allmendinger would be challenging Reddick for the second position, and right now it looks like Allmendinger might have a decent shot to try and win this battle early on. Of course, 70 lap stage, 70 lap first stage is going to be a little bit of it's a longer stage. Although, look at that middle segment, though.
Yeah.
That one's going to be really long. Might even be longer than the final stage. But yeah, there we go. Allmendinger, though, clears Reddick and gets down in front of him. Maybe I should have put AJ Allmendinger on the poll. All right, but yeah, we have, just double checking the audio. We should be all good. But yeah, so yeah, it's been a pretty good day, all things considered. How's your day been?
My day has been wonderful.
All right.
Oh.
So yeah, we are. Gonna say, obviously, when was the last time we had you on stream together? We've done one other one down here.
Probably last year's birthday.
No, we did one in the new studio together.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that's only been a couple of months. So.
Yeah. But yeah, you've got your massive. You were bragging about your massive fantasy lead earlier before we got this thing started. You want to go ahead and brag about that while we're starting to log some laps here?
So, for those of you that like to play fantasy NASCAR,
link to this fantasy league, by the way, is in the top links in the description of the stream. So if you want to take part as we're getting ready for the playoffs,
yeah, as I say, join us for the playoffs. See if you can beat everybody in the playoffs, and then you'll stay right on for next year if you want to stay with us and join our fantasy. So it seems like my wife and I pretty much dominate the fantasy league. She is 2 points behind me right now, so I have the massive lead for the first time all season. So she's been pretty much at the top most of the season. When was the last time she broadcast with you? Oh, that would be never.
Yeah, she doesn't.
Yeah.
She doesn't know.
So I think she needs to come down and experience this. I think she would enjoy it.
Yeah. Also, quick message in the chat. Someone was asking where Kyle Busch is. He and Larson both qualified pretty poorly.
Busch is 29, Larson's 30.
Yeah. So Kyle Busch is starting pretty deep in the field here tonight. So. Yeah, and especially considering this track has been one of those where on even tires it's very hard to pass even with the superior car. Yeah, it probably won't be until we start getting some alternate pit strategies, and that's going to be the interesting thing because they do have enough sets of tires to do some interesting stuff. So I'm curious if you run all 70 laps here, or if you pit in the middle around like say 35 to 40, put on a fresh set of stickers, and try and use those fresh tires to run back through the field.
It's funny, that's exactly what Keselowski was talking about in the pre-race. He said that he's going to be interested to see how his crew chief takes this because right now, he said it's up in the air. We don't know. I don't know how it's going to go, he said.
Well, he was on the losing end of this strategy one of the first times that we saw a driver test that theory at this track when ironically Roush Fenway and Ricky Stenhouse Jr. tried the flipping the stage strategy. Keselowski stayed out to try and get the stage win. He didn't get the stage win, and he was behind on tires.
All right.
So he wasn't even able to win the stage by staying out and making one less pit stop.
So we got Preece still in first, Allmendinger in second, Reddick in third, Hamlin in the fourth spot, and Elliott number 5.
Austin Cindric up 3 spots up to the 10th position. There's a big mover there. And speaking of big movers, Michael McDowell's dropped 8 spots. What happened? And of course, because it's McDowell, we're not going to get an explanation as to what happened. I am not upset. But yeah.
Well, they got the 17 out. That's almost the 71.
Yeah, just need to flip it around and change it from a horse to a bow tie. And change it from American to French.
Oh, you're watching the chat on your phone?
Yeah, because the chat wasn't working on the Creator Studio tonight. And there we go. Tyler Reddick does have the fastest lap of the race so far. Yeah, early on, getting the fastest lap award, which is 1 point at the end of the race if you can hold on to that. Obviously, setting that only 20 laps into a 400 lap event is not the most solid thing in the world, but every little bit counts. And oh my, Joey Logano doing Joey Logano things there. Joey Logano just got into the back of Jesse Love, sending him up into the 35 of Riley Herbst, nearly crashing both of them to take 2 spots up for him.
Herbst did a great job holding that, though.
Yeah, that was an incredible save there from a driver that typically we don't give the most amount of kudos to.
That's why I did it.
Yeah, and because most of the time I don't feel like he's earned the kudos, but in that situation he definitely earned
did.
Yep. There we go. Alright, so again, only 25 laps in and we're already seeing our first commercial. At least it is a side-by-side commercial. I'll give them credit for that. But I'm always just a little bit curious to see if we can just get a little bit more, distance into the race before the first commercial break. But yeah, that is a rough start for Michael McDowell, a driver I thought who might be able to sustain some track position similar to what Allmendinger has done so far. But no, Allmendinger's been able to sustain, and I would imagine the amount of field flipping that would happen if Allmendinger wins an oval race.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, with the playoff bubble. Hey, Super Fart Money, how's it going? So yeah, we're currently 25 laps into this first stage. We're right about 25 or right around a third of the way through it. So again, everybody's kind of sustaining, but yeah, Allmendinger winning this race would absolutely flip the field on its head right before Daytona, which would be the other race that could very well flip the field on its head.
No. Goes the 8 moving up.
Yeah, way up, too high. Did you have to say that?
Well, he's trying to stay away from Logano.
Well, fair enough. Yeah, I think anyone with half a brain would know to stay away from Logano's front nose. Although ironically, it was Logano and the other RCR car that were finding each other's front noses last time we were here. Because if you don't remember how last year's Richmond Raceway race went, Austin Dillon went and made probably the dumbest move I've ever seen on a racetrack.
I don't remember how last year's Richmond race went. What did I have for lunch today?
Yep.
I have no idea.
Well.
By the way, I am supposed to be in the middle of a parade right now, just so you know. The Glow Parade is going right now between 7:30 and 8 o'clock. So here in Waterville, Maine.
Yep.
Reddick's holding that fastest lap still, but just went down to 4th place. Hamlin just took over 3rd.
Yeah, so Hamlin moving up, although Reddick's still holding the fastest lap of the night. Cindric now up to 9th.
Almost like I just said that.
Yep. Yeah, Cindric's up to 9th place now, so Cindric continuing to climb. Seems like maybe the Penske cars are continuing to nail their strength of being good at the being good at the flat ovals. All right, so there we go. Most Cup starts in colleague racing history. AJ Allmendinger, obviously their flagship driver, and William Byron, the first driver to flinch here and come into pit road for tires. Trying to flip this strategy to try and gain something.
Lap 31.
Yeah, very early in the stage.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously they can make it on fuel from from the start, from the drop of the green flag to the end of the stage with no real trouble.
Yeah.
It's all about that tire wear at a track that really wears. I think this is one of the highest tire wear tracks on the circuit here in Darlington. At this point, are the two highest tire wear on the circuit. So. Just got into NASCAR. Where can I watch it for free? Well, there really isn't a way to watch it for free live. A lot of it's just through your typical cable subscription. They haven't had, outside of the 5-week stretch for Prime, they haven't had any streaming exclusive ones that you couldn't find just on a regular TV channel. So if you have a decent cable package, you should be able to get most of the races. But yeah, as far as I know, there's no legal way to watch the races for free live. NASCAR does upload the full race replay to YouTube like a day after. So if you're just looking to watch the race back afterwards for free, that is an option. And here we go. We got Ty Dillon, Nemechek, Kyle Busch, and Jesse Love all jumping to pit road along with, hey, look, one of your guys.
Yeah, Eric Jones.
Yeah, Eric Jones in the 43 coming down pit road as well. So a lot of pit stops being had here.
All 4 tires.
Yeah,
so far.
Everybody's going to be taking 4 tires here. Zane Smith hits his pit stall. Corey Heim making one of his first Cup starts of his career. Denny Hamlin, Bubba Wallace, Christopher Bell, Austin Dillon, Chris Buescher.
Pretty much the whole field.
Yeah, a decent chunk of the field. Although Preece, Allmendinger, Reddick,
Elliott, Keselowski, Cindric.
Your top 10 have all actually stayed out.
Actually, they have.
Yeah, then looking.
Allmendinger and Reddick are in.
Yep. Yeah, Allmendinger, Reddick, Blaney all coming to pit road here. Again, it seems like everybody's kind of flinching here to try and go for this strategy of pitting partway through. So there we go. Herb Stenhouse also joining on.
That was a nice. Thought it was a lot better. Okay, they just lowered it. The Reddick's pit looked really good. They had it up to like 12 seconds, and then they brought it down to 10.2.
Yeah, 9.5 for Briscoe's pit crew. 9.5 seconds for 4 tires and fuel.
Herb's 9.9.
Yep.
We don't talk about his pit crew too much.
Well, we don't talk about him much.
Cindric 10.4.
Yeah, Gibbs with a 10 flat. Here comes SVG, Cody Ware. Chastain also was just on pit road, so a lot of drivers coming to pit road, although the top 10 still have yet to pit. And that is all that have yet to pit. So just the top 10 at this point have yet to pit. Gillen, Custer, Haley, McDowell, Suarez. Suarez hits pit road. Hocevar, Bowman, Keselowski, Elliott, Preece.
Gillen just wanted to say he was in the top 10 at least once during the season. Figured I'd jab you with that one.
I'm not the biggest Gillen fan, but he definitely deserves respect.
I was talking about because he took your boy's ride.
Oh, yeah. Well, that was more so just because the team wouldn't offer McDowell a multi-year contract, and McDowell chose to leave for a team that would give him a multi-year deal.
Yeah.
Because multi-year deals just weren't their speed, and it's like, really, you're gonna regret that. There we go. Cody Ware there unlapping himself from the 60 car alongside the 11 of Hamlin and the 45 of Reddick, who have unlapped themselves here. Here comes AJ Allmendinger trying to unlap himself from the leader, Ryan Preece. I'm curious if this strategy is going to pay off for Ryan Preece here. 28 laps to go, but he is losing a lot of ground here. Loses the lead lap, or gives the lead lap back to Bell here, and another car behind him. They're using iRacing here to demonstrate the difference in the pit speed. So when you come down to pit road, you'll go ahead and you'll make your pit stop. You'll get lapped, but when you come out of the pits, those fresher tires will create such an advantage that you're able to run back down the leader, and that's the majority of the math behind this strategy. Is just, does the time gained after putting fresh tires on beat the amount of time lost by coming down pit road?
It is risky.
That it is, but the biggest risk factor is if a caution flag comes out and or there's a risk like that to another one of your guys.
What happened? I didn't see it.
Bottom corner there. Ty Gibbs.
Oh.
Too fast entering. He'll have to come back down and do a pass-through penalty. And essentially losing another lap.
Don't have him in my lineup tonight. So.
Yeah, well, it's still one of your guys.
He is.
Yep. Now, let's see. What's the poll looking like? Okay, looks like Ryan Preece and then other are the top two vote getters here.
That's because you didn't put Denny Hamlin in.
Well, nobody's picked Reddick, which is a little surprising. I thought somebody would pick Reddick. Alright, so we're going to a full screen commercial break. I'm going to go ahead and take down the leaderboard for a moment because I'm going to go ahead and on the screen, I'm just going to throw up the finish of last year's race so that you can get a reminder here, Dad.
Oh, okay.
So this is the replay. Can't show it on screen for everybody else, but at least a refresher for you. I feel like everybody else pretty much remembers how this went with the option tire. Everybody on the option tire there right at the very end trying to run. I hate the fact that they didn't keep working on the option tire because I feel like it created a really fun strategy. So here we go. 1 lap to go. White flag was out. Logano in the lead. Austin Dillon, the dominator of the race, takes out Joey. And that's not all. Takes out Denny to the checkers. The double wreck. Yeah. And then was disqualified from the race afterwards. Yeah. To the point where he did not get credited with a finish. With a win, or at least he got to keep the win. He didn't get to keep it in terms of the. He didn't get to keep the win in terms of actually making the playoffs on that move, which I think was absolutely the right call. Because I think that would have been a very bad way for a driver to make their way into the playoffs and would have set a dangerous precedent. Because if you start allowing that move, what happens when you start having people trying that move at tracks like, I don't know. I mean, this might be the worst possible analogy, but imagine they start doing that at Daytona. Yeah, exactly. Certainly a significant step up, but I mean, even tracks like Kansas or Charlotte down in the earlier parts of the season. But that Daytona regular season finale, gonna be an insane, insane fight for that final potential playoff spot on a win and you're in. Ryan Preece still yet to pit. Denny Hamlin up to third. After having come to pit road, he is 6.8 seconds behind the leaders here. But yeah, they are closing quick here, though. Hamlin, Reddick, even Allmendinger's made his way back to 6th place on the fresher tires here. So there we go. I can't stream the actual race broadcast for copyright reasons, but we do provide radio style play-by-play along with the leaderboard that you can get right on NASCAR's app. So, yeah. So hopefully you guys enjoy this this broadcast. But there we go. Also, Mom saying happy birthday to me.
She sang it?
No, she said it.
Oh,
typed it in chat.
I could sing it. Do you want to get rid of all the people in the chat?
Yeah, just the mention of the singing, just quickly grab and mute the mic.
How does it feel to have your 16th birthday?
16th? Try 12th birthday for the second time.
12th birthday for the second time. I think with you it's more like the
48th birthday for the halftime.
6th birthday for the 4th birthday.
Well, you would be the one to have that. You would be the one to know because you're the one that's on what? You've been a 5th grade boy for how long now? How many years?
Well, about 50 of them.
Yep. So here we go. Again, Hamlin, Reddick, both up to second and third here as Chase Elliott continues to drop back. And here comes Reddick to the back bumper of his boss. Tyler Reddick side by side, door to door for what would essentially be the race lead, assuming Preece may come to pit road. Although at this point, I think it would be an absolute lost cause if Preece does pit, but he's not winning this stage. 12 laps to go, and he's got both of these drivers breathing down his neck.
Yeah.
I mean, the only way he wins this stage would be if there's a wreck that ends the stage.
He's just blocking. That's all.
And he can't block them both. Here comes Reddick.
Reddick takes the lead.
So, what was that about me putting Reddick on the pole and not Denny Hamlin?
On the pole. Oh.
On my pole?
Yeah.
For,
that's race winner, though.
No, I put stage 1 winner.
Oh, stage 1 winner.
Yeah,
okay.
If I was doing race winner, I probably wouldn't have included Chase. I probably would have gone for Byron, who's my pick to win the race.
I was thinking it was the
No.
race winner.
No, I was doing stages, so.
I like that better.
Yeah, that way I can do one in stage 1, one in stage 2, and then do the race win one in stage 3 once we know a little bit more.
What's up with this Chumba Casino paint scheme, by the way? Does anyone else think that it looks like someone threw up on his car?
I don't know. Initially, when I first saw the paint scheme, I thought it was because I think it debuted in May. I thought it was an autism awareness car.
That's exactly what I thought.
But then I saw the casino on the side, and I'm like, okay, nope. I have no idea what that is.
Never heard of it.
Nope. And I don't think it being on the side of the race car is making me overly all that much more interested in finding out about it.
Nope.
Speaking of overly interested, though, here comes Austin Dillon making his way up to the 7th position here. Ryan Preece dropping all the way to 6th place at this point. He is starting to drop like a rock on those old tires. I say, he doesn't have long left to go. All he has to do is make it to the end of this one.
Yeah, it doesn't do a whole lot of good to come in at this point.
Oh, yeah, no. He's just going to stay out there.
Yeah.
The question is he going to even get a stage point, though?
Right.
At this point, I think that this is just showing that, hey, next chance you get, you are splitting up that next stage. And I guess he did save a set of tires, so he'll have one extra set of tires later that might come into play if you're thinking race win. But again, up until this point, I thought Preece was in a good spot to try and race for points to try and point his way into the playoffs. But yeah, Tyler Reddick now a 2-second lead over Hamlin for the top spot. But yeah, coming into the day, though, Preece was 34 points behind Buescher with 2 races to go. There was a fairly decent chance for him to make it in on points, but now that he's dropped himself all the way outside the top 10.
Oh, who hit the wall?
I did not get a chance to see who that was, but yeah, somebody just
clipped the wall and then they went right away from it.
Was
Busch?
it? No, I'm thinking maybe Herbst. Oh,
Busch.
no, maybe it was Busch. Yeah, it was Kyle Busch.
Again.
Oh, no, he doesn't.
He didn't touch the wall. He just keeps sliding up.
Yeah, he just does not have a lot of rear grip in that race car on corner exit. But yeah, so there's the points as they run. Preece with the points as they run is eating into that a little bit on Buescher, but compared to the 34 that it was entering the day, but
and that is more important for him than this race.
Well, and that's why I would have, if I was his crew chief, I would have played the strategy that gets you, contending for the stage points here rather than sliding your way down the stage points here. I don't really understand this strategy. If you're gonna have one of the RFK guys, punt it like that, I would have had Keselowski, who really is the only driver from Roush who is way far out of the points, because Brad Keselowski's 153 points shy of the playoffs. He's not making it any other way. He's a must-win at this rate. Speaking of must-win, Stage 1 is almost complete here. White flag's out. And,
So Reddick's in first, Wallace second, Hamlin third.
Dillon all the way up to fourth, and followed closely by the other Austin Cindric, getting the fifth place finish. Then we've got Bell, Blaney, Keselowski, Berry, and Allmendinger rounding out your top 10 here at Richmond for stage number 1. Who was your biggest surprise in that first stage?
Allmendinger, that he stayed in top 10.
You think Allmendinger over the emergence of Austin Cindric?
What it was for me.
Okay, yeah, for me, I'd probably Allmendinger probably is up there for me, but I probably would have gone. I probably would say that the emergence of Austin Cindric, just because of how hard it is to pass at this track versus it being somewhat easy to defend. Allmendinger starting off with some track position. So there we go. All right, let's see. Let's go ahead and get this stage 2 poll going. So who will win stage 2? I think we got to include Tyler Reddick.
Yep. Gonna give Bubba his due.
Well, I usually try and split it out amongst the manufacturers,
but got three Toyotas in the top 3, so.
We'll throw 3 Toyota drivers in the poll.
Yeah, because otherwise you got to go with Austin Dillon. Who really thinks that's?
No, I can jump further down. I can take Ryan Blaney in 7th. Well, yeah, but if I'm looking for a non-Toyota driver.
Josh Berry was kind of a shock, too. Be up in 9th place.
Well, yeah, and I mean, for him, I feel like he mostly got there through the pit strategy of the kind of stage rotation.
Yep.
Not that it isn't impressive, but the fact that Cindric was surging before the pit strategy even started, again, for me, gives me the edge. And again, if you know me, you know I am not the first guy to go to Cindric's defense.
Yes, I do.
In fact, I'm usually one of the last people to defend Cindric when it comes to questionable calls. So there we go. But yeah, we're coming back from commercial break here. No. But yeah, Ryan Preece, again, I'm curious what you do if you're Ryan Preece at this point. Because you kind of, you've made some moves that hint that you're looking at the stage win, or that you're looking at the race win more important than the stage performance.
Yeah, it's almost like he thinks he has to win this race to get in.
Yeah,
rather than pointing his way in.
With 2 solid, well, I think I know why he thinks he's got to win here. Do you know why he thinks he needs to win here? One quick Google search. The Google autofill. Which flip?
At Daytona.
Yeah, all of these different angles of flips at Daytona for him. And by the way, these two here. Oh, wait, no, that one was in the Daytona 500. That one was in the summer race 1 year ago. The best Papa Wheelie I've ever seen in NASCAR.
That is a nice Papa Wheelie right there.
Until he went up and over. But, yeah. And then that was, I think...
you can clip that, can't you?
Yeah, I can clip the photos.
That's a nice clip right there.
Yeah, and then... Until that ended up happening. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm actually going to get to watch the Daytona race, summer race this year. I haven't got to watch that in 5 years.
Yep. But yeah, so for those of you, okay, that photo is a whole lot smaller than I thought it would be. And a whole lot grainier. But yeah, there's the wreck from the Daytona 500, which was also a night race this past spring. And it's not like he's the only Ryan that's ever had trouble with this racetrack.
He even got a tire on the back end of that car. It didn't look like it at that
For
point.
now, yeah. At that point, he did.
Did he? Okay.
It just wasn't going to stay there very long.
When you're pushing buttons, I have no idea what you're doing half the time. No, I have no idea what you're doing 90% of the time. All right, back from commercial. Not that it much matters because there's nothing happening.
Yeah, because they're currently under commercial break.
Yeah, there's Hamlin in the pits.
I was just trying to get that a little bit more centered, so there was a little bit of black space because the lap count was starting to run into the running off the page.
So Hamlin got a penalty for driving through another driver's pit stall.
Too many pit boxes because you're allowed to drive through one or two, I think.
I'm assuming he got a penalty for something, and that's what they showed was him driving through pit boxes.
Yeah. Also, could just be that. Yeah, it could have also been that he that they could have been showing men over the wall too soon as well.
Could have been.
Because I saw the pit crew guys being more upset, and that almost makes me think that it was a mistake of theirs. So I feel bad for anyone who went and picked Denny Hamlin to win this stage. I mean, granted, it is a long stage, but that is a pretty big handicap there to start this stage off. Now we'll get to see just how good Denny Hamlin is here, and if being good at this track actually makes a difference here. So 79 laps in here. And yeah, so who you leaning towards for potential big performance here in the stage? Oh, Allmendinger got blocked in by Zane Smith on pit road. That is unfortunate, getting blocked in by a driver who's been largely irrelevant this year. Yep, green, flags out. We are back to racing. There we go. Bubba Wallace to the lead of the race. Christopher Bell going to battle it out with Reddick for second. No! Are you kidding me?
4 wide.
4 wide, but did you see John Hunter Nemechek save there?
Yes.
That was insane.
Reddick and Bell just going right at it for second and third.
Yep. And there we go. Bell is going to clear for the second position for now. We'll see if Reddick's able to battle back in 3 and 4 here. Not looking like he's going to have that momentum.
That gave Bubba good momentum to go forward in that first position, though.
Yep, as they were slowing each other up, allowing the leader to sneak away. And Bubba Wallace just set the fastest lap of the race, too, so he didn't even really need it.
Clean air.
Yep, clean air is king. Ironically, the guy who previously held that record set it while running third, but with Tyler Reddick, but that's neither here nor there.
All 3 Trackhouse cars in the top 10.
Yep. I mentioned it last week, but how ironic and awkward would it be for Daniel Suarez to win one of these 2 races and then go on a playoff push with the team that's already set to fire him at season's end? Imagine if he takes them all the way to the championship 4.
That would be awesome.
Could you imagine the contract negotiation? Hey, buddy.
Yeah.
You want to come back? You haven't signed anywhere else yet.
Remember that Mexico race that we...
that isn't coming back next year?
Yeah.
But yeah, the new schedule is set to be announced here pretty soon, so hopefully
we're seeing dribs and drabs of it. Saw some hints that what's North Carolina?
Rockingham, North Wilkesboro. Was
it North Wilkesboro? One of
the All-Star track.
One of them, talking about it being a points race. One of them getting a points race now.
Yeah, that's North Wilkesboro, losing the All-Star date to get a points date.
Yeah.
Did you hear about the track that they were talking about as a suggestion to move to the All-Star race?
Yeah.
Why?
Dover.
Why?
Because it's Dover.
It's a track without lights for a race that's traditionally a Saturday night shootout.
Imagine how interesting that'll be without being able to see.
No, they won't run it at night because the reason why they don't have lights is because of noise pollution rules. So people over the wall before he's into the pit box, I'm guessing, is the penalty there. Oh wait, no. Never mind. That's Elliott's pit crew.
Well, they did. He got.
Did he hit an Elliott pit crew member?
Oh, I don't know.
Because
Elliott got penalized too, didn't
he? Oh wait, no, that's Elliott pulling into his pit box. I thought that was a replay of the Denny Hamlin thing, but no. Yeah, well, whatever it was, yeah. Say Chase Elliott. Chase Elliott getting sent to the rear of the field here. Let's say 160 lap middle stage. I don't know about you.
After 70 in the first stage? That's weird.
I know. I've said this for years at this point. Have the first 2 stages like how they used to do it. 100 laps for stage 1, 100 laps for stage 2, 200 lap final stage. Nice, clean, easy. Let's do it.
Yeah, I don't get the 70 to 160.
Really? You seem pretty familiar with going 70 to 160.
In my Prius?
Yep.
70 to 160 chipmunks running on a fan belt.
Yep.
That's right, it doesn't have a fan belt.
But yeah. Ooh, hey, look, golf championship tomorrow.
Oh.
You gonna be tuning in for that?
I think I probably will not.
Yep, nope. I've got better things to do than that. Like counting sheep.
Yes, I was going to use the old sexist line. Golf is like long range shooting, but for women.
Yeah, you try saying that to Tiger Woods. Oh, okay, we're showing.
I don't know what they're showing.
Yeah, they're showing the Chase Elliott pit box. I'm guessing that maybe you have to be, when you're entering your pit box, to be out of the way, you have to be to the right of that orange square.
That's a long way to. I mean,
before you're entering your pit box.
Right.
Because, I mean, now granted, you shouldn't be that far away from your pit box if you're planning on actually coming into that pit box, but I mean, that's the best guess I can come up with. But yeah,
all I know is Elliott's in 30th now, which means that my fantasy has got to look terrible at this point because two of my drivers got. Well, no, actually, I don't have Hamlin. That's right. He was just my race pick winner.
Yeah.
And I moved up. I'm in 4th place.
Yeah, I need to move Austin Dillon in because I've got Dillon in my garage, who's currently in 9th place in the race. Meanwhile, I've got both Hamlin and Elliott, who suffered penalties there.
And we won't mention that Amy is 11 points ahead of me.
Yep. Nope. No mention.
No mention whatsoever.
Yeah. I am curious, though, if with this stage, if we're going to see... Do you think they pit twice, or do you think they pit once in this stage? I think you have to pit at least once.
Yeah, I say you pit once and pray for a yellow.
All right. I'm thinking you pit twice here. I think you pit at lap 55 to 60 into the stage.
Okay.
Then you use those fresh tires to run a little bit deeper into the stage, pit with about, and then make your second pit stop with about at or around lap 100, assuming that we go green, and try and break it up into thirds. Where did Chili's get that slogan from anyway? Ride the Dente? I'd never heard that until I saw it in all the promotion in and around the Daytona 500.
So it's all about the tequila.
Okay.
Presidente tequila.
Okay.
In their margaritas. That's what riding the Dente is all about.
All right. Just seems weird that I had never heard that being their slogan until today, or until this year, and then now it seems like it's all their branding is about riding the Dente. I mean, Chili's has even sponsored cars in previous years, and I don't remember hearing this kind of stuff about it.
I didn't even know it was a Chili's ad. I thought it was a Presidente tequila ad.
Yeah, no, it's Chili's slogan.
Oh, okay.
Yep. So, do you think Chase Elliott makes it? Well, now that he's got his penalty, it'll probably end his chance to try and make this comeback. But do you think there's a chance he claws back the 42 points he needs on Byron for the regular season championship between this race and the next?
Well, I mean, you never know in Daytona.
Yeah, but to claw back 42 points combined between those two races is a lot. When you factor in that the max points you can earn is 60 points, in a single race, and that's assuming you sweep stages and the race, which you can't sweep the stage here because you've already lost the first stage.
How long has Byron been in the lead?
For the points?
For the points.
A while.
I can't remember when he wasn't this year.
Elliott had the regular season points lead for a while, but then Byron took it at some point during the summer.
Okay, that's why I was wondering.
But yeah, because Elliott had been right there as well, and the biggest thing had been the fact that Byron had the win and Elliott was the points leader.
Yeah.
And there's a driver to talk about here.
And Jesbergen?
Yep.
19th place.
Yeah, well, that's not necessarily the thing to talk about here.
Oh.
The thing to talk about is, do you think he survives round one of the playoffs with his 4 race wins worth of playoff points built up? Because going into this one, he currently has and will probably end the regular season with 22 playoff points. Do you think those 22 points are enough to tip the scales to get him into the into that second round of the playoffs?
I don't know. I haven't looked at the 4 races for the first stage.
3.
3. Oh, 3. Well, one of them is Bristol.
Yep. Then you've got Darlington and Gateway are the other 2.
Okay.
Yeah, you have the Southern 500 miles at Darlington. Then you've got Gateway, and then you've got Bristol. Yeah, that's 3 really tough tracks, especially for only his second ever career race, I believe, at Darlington.
Didn't he do pretty well at Bristol, though?
Bristol in the spring?
Yeah.
By pretty good. How high do you think he finished?
I think if he's in the top 15, that's a good finish for him.
Would you consider top 35 a good day for him?
Probably not.
Well, good. He didn't get that either.
Oh.
38th.
Okay.
At Bristol in the spring. 38th, is that the good day you were thinking of?
No, that wasn't the race I'm thinking of, I'm guessing.
And say Charlotte, he had a good run at the Coke 600.
Yeah, that's a lot bigger track.
Yeah, but it's another one of those long races, similar to the to thinking about Darlington. Although Darlington, you run a whole lot closer to the edge.
Yeah, constantly.
Yeah. I mean, the whole adage of if your driver brings the car back without a scratch on it, you have to beat him up. Because he clearly wasn't taking enough chances, is the old racing adage there.
This is really turning into a Wallace versus Bell race.
Yep. And I'm curious, if Bell got that lead and had the clean air, would we see anybody else other than just Bell?
Honestly, with a half second back, he's really not getting dirty air.
You sure about that?
I don't think so.
I'm pretty sure he is.
Is he that far back? He's a half second back.
Yeah, dirty air can affect quite a ways. Ironically, the car in front of them is also starting to give dirty air to Bubba.
Yep.
And ironically, that's another Toyota teammate there. And here comes Preece. Ryan Preece going to be very early in the window here to this pit window.
Lap 43, first taker for the pit road.
I'm guessing that he chose that, hey, I'm not going to lose out on this strategy twice.
Yeah.
You guys aren't beating me with the same... You guys aren't going to beat me with the same trick twice here. So here we go. Ryan Preece down on pit road. Gonna see if he can get this pit stop done quickly here, but hey, Kyle Larson moved his way up to the top 15. One that I wasn't sure if he was gonna actually make it up through the field.
10.6 seconds on that pit stop. Little slow, but
oh, Joey Logano up 26 spots since the start of the race. Obviously, he's had plenty of laps to accumulate that kind of gap. And him losing that tire in practice, it cost him his starting spot, where he had to start tail end of the field today. So, early pick. Who do you think your 2025 Cup champion is? Obviously, we're still ways out.
I'm going with Christopher Bell.
All right, that was my pick at the beginning of the year, and I don't really think I have any real I don't think I've seen enough to warrant me to change my opinion on that one.
Obviously, not my favorite driver. Not really opposed to him outside of the fact that he did take Eric Jones's ride,
But he's just better than Eric Jones.
he is better than Eric Jones.
Yeah. Well,
But I could honestly see a few people winning this year. I think Byron's got a good shot.
still find it weird that Byron's only got 2 wins on the year.
Yeah.
Because I feel like he's been so good that it's like, is it really possible he only has 2 wins? And 2 weekends from now, I'm going to be really dialed into watching the qualifying for the Southern 500, as we may be seeing history.
Why?
Chase Briscoe is on pace. He's qualified on the pole for every other the other 3 crown jewels in the same season. You got the Daytona 500 pole, you got the Brickyard pole, you got the Coke 600 pole. All in the same year.
Has that ever happened?
I don't think it's ever happened. I know Bill Elliott has won all 4 of those in the same year, because that was NASCAR's biggest gambling loss that they've ever taken when they did the $1 million bill bet. Where they did the $1 million challenge if a driver could win Indy, Daytona, Charlotte, the Southern 500, and the Spring Talladega race. If you could win all 5 of those in the same year, you'd win $1 million. Bill Elliott did it the very first year, and NASCAR decided not to buy insurance on that bet.
Oh, okay. What year was that?
88, I think.
So that's back when $1 million meant something.
Yeah. And not insure that bet because you thought it was safe.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah, back before this was a multi-billion-dollar industry.
Yeah.
And even $1 billion has kind of been devalued to some extent.
It's like pocket change now.
Yep. Especially when you ask, say, some of these NFL owners. Oh, are those yellow? No. Okay. I'm seeing
I see what you're
lights around the pits, and we've got Busher, Dillon, and Gregson all coming down to pit road. Oh, sorry, Dillon, Gregson, and Busher all on pit road. Yeah. Along with Joey Logano. Bowman Larson as well joining him on pit road.
Little brother following big brother?
No, other way around. Dillon's the bigger brother. Austin's the bigger brother, and he came down second to tie.
How come he didn't start his pit stall before
that? Ty Dillon's pit box is further down pit road.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, Austin's is one of the first pit boxes off of the pit stop. And did you see Chase Elliott's pit speed?
Well, 9.3.
9.3 compared to Josh Berry's 12.3. Yikes. But yeah, 9.3. Logano had a 9.5. That was what I was initially pointing out, and then I saw the 9.3, and I'm like, okay, that was just one-upped. The one-upsmanship is appreciated.
I think Preece is liking this extra set of tires.
Yeah, he's liking being able to be on offense rather than on defense with a wet paper towel as his shield.
Yeah, he just made Blaney look like he was sitting still.
Yep.
SVG in.
Yep. Jones, Hocevar, Custer, Riley Herbst all coming down.
Jesse Love, Tyler Reddick, Cindric.
Yep. Bell, Christopher Bell, Keselowski. Here comes a lot of your front few. Bubba Wallace, Blaney, Byron, Briscoe. The front 4 still on track.
Did they learn
Chastain
nothing?
Comes down pit road.
Did they learn nothing last?
Especially considering they were the ones that took advantage of it last time. Kyle Busch coming down pit road. Now maybe this is them saying that, hey, we need to be more conservative. We can't be burning up a set of tires in both stage 1 and stage 2.
Yeah.
Because like that would have been the thing that I would have been interested in if Ryan Preece was fully committing to I want to win this race. Punt the tire strategy all the way down. Like do the minimum amount of tires you can take through stage 1 and 2, and enter stage 3 with a three set of tire advantage for those late restarts. That way, on the late restart, you throw a fresh set of stickers on when nobody else has them, and then you just rocket by these guys on that run to the win. Because at that point, you have a free win right ahead of you.
Busch just had an 11-second pit stop.
Yeah. Blaney, Haley, Bubba Wallace, and Byron all coming down pit road. With 100 laps to go, I assume that they're going to have to pit here.
Yeah. They're
extra
all
time. No, I mean, they're going to have to pit another time beyond this versus running, say, the 70, 80 laps in that you would need to split the stage in half and make it the other half.
They're going to have to do.
That was kind of the thing I was curious was anybody... Oh, Kyle Busch too fast entering too! Oh, no! Kyle Busch too fast entering, and he has to do a pass-through penalty.
All right. I think he's in my garage already. He is.
Well, you know who's taking up your garage spot? Did I pick him or did I choose somebody else? Please tell me I think I chose Dylan instead as my RCR driver.
You have like Dylan either.
No, I've got Austin Dillon. He's in my garage.
I was looking at GL Racing's, not yours.
Yep. I am not John.
So, Austin Dillon in the lead.
Yeah, Austin Dillon has cycled back around to the lead as everybody has made their pit stop. Ryan Preece, though, jumping up quite a few spots on the tire strategy of coming earlier.
Oh, the two's getting squished.
The two? In the middle there, yeah. I was looking at the 71 getting squished up towards that outside wall in Michael McDowell there. Because Michael McDowell back up into the top 10 conversation here. He's up into 11th place. But he is just getting taken 3 wide on the outside, and he is just not building up that momentum on the outside line.
I thought the 48 was going to get pushed up into the wall there.
Ty Gibbs nearly got taken out by whoever the sealed car is there. I believe that's Kozlowski in the Build Submarines car, which I will say the timing of that sponsor showing up is definitely a little bit ironic considering it popped up shortly after a certain Titanic submarine. Okay. Can we, NASCAR, when you show that graphic, can you do most positions gained since the restart at the beginning of the stage rather than who's gained the most positions since the start of the race? Because the start of the race was so long ago that the entire field could have flipped 3 times. Figuratively or for Ryan Preece, probably literally.
I am getting crunched in fantasy.
Yep.
Crunched.
Yep, good old crunch time. And no, none of this is a paid advertisement by Crunch Bar.
No. The good thing is I don't have to look at it again because I'm pretty much assured that Busch is going to.
And Kyle Busch wins at Richmond.
Yeah.
That would be just about your pace.
Goes from worst to first in the 3rd stage.
Yep. Here we go. NFL football is almost here. September 4th, kickoff, Eagles, Cowboys. And the real question is, will the Cowboys pay Micah Parsons before that point? And will Micah play if they haven't paid him yet?
Didn't they already agree to a multi-year?
I haven't seen anything from Parsons.
I know as soon as he asked for a trade, Dallas started offering multi-year deals to him.
Oh, let's go ahead and look up the Cowboys here.
Not that I follow Cowboys news a whole lot, but I did hear that little tidbit.
Oh, a friend of the channel, Stephen Malazzi, talking about how he's enjoying this race so far after being relatively negative about the car the last few weeks, which is fair considering what we've seen of it. Let's see, Dallas Cowboys.
All right, we're back to live racing. Reddick's in first, Bubba's in second, Austin Dillon in third, Suarez in fourth, and Logano in fifth.
Yeah, I'm not seeing anything about a Parsons extension from Schefter, who would have absolutely posted that if there was one.
Definitely at the forefront of most NFL news.
Especially Cowboys.
Yeah.
But, yep. So here we go again. Bubba Wallace still having that fastest lap of the race so far. Reddick, though, has resumed the lead of the race. And, yeah, you want to give a quick preview on how your team's going to do this year? For the NFL?
Oh.
Since we were talking some NFL stuff there. And we're pretty well into a long run here where we're probably going to be logging some laps for a few minutes.
I would love to think that we would be
third place in the division.
Oh, I'd love to see third place actually at this point. But I just want to stay above water. Just 50%. 50%. I'll stick my nose up so that I can breathe over that 9 wins. That's what I want to see. What do you think?
I don't know. I mean, I think the 3 other teams in your division are really tough.
They are really, well, minus Miami. They're really tough.
Okay, the Dolphins are really tough if they can have their cushy stadium where they can cook their opponents on the sideline with a 30 to 40 degree temperature difference.
Why? You think it's hot in South Florida?
I think we both have plenty of experience in South Florida to know for sure that, yeah, it is hot. And if you can have a 40 degree difference on your sideline versus the others, yeah, I will absolutely take that advantage.
Wallace still sitting with the fastest lap.
Yep.
Extra point.
And really, it's just those 2 out in front of the field and nobody behind. I mean, Dillon, Suarez. I could imagine if Dillon or Suarez blow up this playoff bracket with 2 weeks to get.
And I think their tires are like 4 or 5 laps older than Wallace and Reddick too.
Older, so they've got a slight disadvantage on the tires there.
Yeah, I think that's the way it was.
All right. Do I keep Elliott or Preece at this point? Because they're running only 2 spots apart from each other, and neither one earned stage points in stage 1.
Well, who needs the points?
Preece, but he hasn't shown any actual effort to trying to get them.
Points.
That's kind of the dilemma. Because, yeah, I would love to say that, yeah, Preece, and speaking of Preece, is that him coming back in for pit stop number 2?
Pit stop number 2. at lap 82.
That means he's gonna go 80 laps on the final run.
He is definitely praying for a yellow.
What on earth is he thinking? What on earth?
Well,
because right now, no, he's hoping for this thing to run green for a while because he needs everybody else to pit before.
Right.
Yeah, he needs a really well-timed yellow.
Yes.
If he's praying for a yellow, ideally you'd stay on track to pray for it.
Right. I'm saying later in the stage, he's going to be praying for a yellow.
Yeah. Because I don't want to start those prayers too early because if you get them answered too quickly, you end up killing yourself instead. Well, he was in the mid-20s when he pitted. He's going to be, right at the tail end of the one lap downs.
Blaney's all over the tail end of.
I'm putting Elliott in at this point because.
Oh, side by side. Oh, they were door to door.
Yeah. I say Dillon versus Blaney and Logano on the charge here.
Oh. Not sure Dillon was really clear there, but he is now.
Huh. What happened to Allmendinger? How did he end up a lap down?
Oh.
Because Allmendinger, I don't think I've heard anything negative happen to him. But now he's getting passed by Logano, not for position, and Logano's in third, so that tells me he's a lap down.
Yeah, he looks slow.
Well, that's what college will do to you.
But Logano's 5 seconds behind the two top leaders here.
Yep. Yeah, say those two Michael Jordan cars far and away out in front of the field.
Yep. You mean Denny Hamlin cars?
Yeah. Let's just hope they're more Michael Jordan than they are Denny Hamlin come playoff time.
Yeah.
And yes, I do mean all the insulting in the world towards Denny Hamlin for that comment. So, who do you think's going to be next to pit, and how long do you think that some of these drivers wait? Since we've already seen one of them come for that final pit stop. So yeah, all three Trackhouse cars last week up in the top 10 for Watkins Glen. Although that track way more in their wheelhouse than this one. If they were to pull it off here, it'd be way more impressive.
So you had Suarez in 7th last week. He's in 6th this week. I think he's still in 6th.
Yeah.
Actually, he might have just gotten passed by Cinder.
No, he might be battling back on the outside here to try and take this spot, but nope. Austin Dillon up to block. And say he might be looking to punt Dillon here pretty soon.
Oh, he just took. Oh.
Ty Gibbs was trying to fight to try and get his lap back on pace.
Yeah. I think
and Austin Dillon got the very wrong end of that one.
I think Gibbs just wanted to get away from the two of them.
Yeah.
And now they're all getting away from Dillon.
But yeah. I say Jets actually have a preseason game going on right now, if I'm not mistaken.
Do they?
Yep. They should be playing the Giants in the New York Bowl.
Ooh.
Or, sorry, New Jersey Bowl.
That might be one we can win. Or not.
Yeah, so in the third quarter, down by a touchdown.
And a 2-point extra point.
Adrian Martinez is your leading passer on the day.
Who?
Adrian Martinez.
Yeah, who's that?
No idea. And Justin Fields went 1 for 5 on his 5 passing attempts. That is not good. Jackson Dart actually looks halfway decent. 7 for 9 for 95 yards and a touchdown.
Blaney's quietly moved up to third place.
Yep. Amidst all that chaos there. We've got Penske third, fourth, fifth. I'm starting to wonder if maybe the Penske guys have kind of been tanking a little bit to try and make everybody underestimate them, because this track is the Phoenix comp. This is the track everybody compares to Phoenix. This and New Hampshire are kind of your two tracks that everybody compares to Phoenix when it's like, okay, where can you look to try and figure out comparative speed? And it's basically this track, New Hampshire, and, well, whatever conclusions you can draw from Spring Phoenix a whole 8 months earlier before the championship race. And once again, all three of them rising to the task here. And hey, look, the other Michael Jordan car out in front, about to go a lot down. Corey Heim.
How was that? 67?
Yeah. Yeah, because the 2311 cars are 23, 4, or 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That's their set of numbers.
Okay.
Yep. Just going straight in a row. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Not sure what the 67 has for reference to Michael Jordan. Obviously, 45 and 23 both have significant history with him.
Yeah. Maybe the 67 was just to keep the thing going. The pattern.
Let's see. I have a theory.
What he played. That's what he had in high school?
No, not what I'm thinking.
He didn't start playing basketball until his sophomore year of high school.
No, I was looking to see if maybe 67 was when he won his first finals, but
1967?
I don't know. Would that have been? Would that have been
when
too far back?
I was 2 years old.
Yeah, well, Michael Jordan's not exactly a young chicken.
He is compared to me.
Is he?
Yeah.
I feel like he's been around for a long time.
Big runs were in the 90s. He's worth $3.5 billion. Oh, he's 62 years old.
Yeah. Okay, he was he was almost born in 67.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Yep, nope, not sure what the significance of the 67 was.
It's just following the pattern.
Yep. Well, they ran the 50 a couple years ago. The 50 was the number that they were running for the for Mobile One in their 50th anniversary season.
Ah.
Also, just catching up on chat because I'd been adjusting fantasy lineups for a minute. Hey Trev, how's it going? And happy B-Day, brother. Hey, thank you for the birthday wishes. It was nice to see that a NASCAR race actually landed right on my birthday, so I had a reason to stream on my birthday.
Yep.
And that's why we brought him down here too. Yeah, Elliott up to 18th. Again, we're kind of waiting to see when some of these drivers are going to come to pit road. Because, again, we're just kind of waiting to see when the rest of these guys cycle. I'm curious, how long... Oh, here they come.
Yep.
I promise I did not already know that was happening when I made that call.
Your mother is kicking my butt.
How is Ryan Preece still not really improved? Like, he's been on fresher tires. He should have been able to blitz past some of these guys at some point here. Because if you're not running very fast, you're gonna be in a situation where you're gonna need to you want to be running fast so you can be putting pressure on them when it comes to that time to pray for the caution.
Yep.
And Dylan with a fast pit. Okay, well, it looked like it should have had a faster pit stop than a 10-second pit stop for 2 tires.
2 tires?
That's what it said. I don't know why Dylan would be taking 2 tires in the first place, and second off, why it would have taken 10 seconds.
Yeah, because Keselowski just got out 10.1 with 4 tires.
Yeah, and then Logano 9.6 for 4 tires.
Yep. Everybody's coming in now.
Yep, it is a feeding frenzy on pit road here.
Like a family reunion. They're all flocking in and then getting out as fast as they can.
Yep.
9.4 for Elliott for 4 tires.
9.4 for Hocevar.
Hocevar for 4 tires. 15.1 for Hamlin. What did they do? Time that with a calendar?
Maybe he wanted a car wash.
That's it.
Yep. Yeah, put that thing on the conveyor belt, send it through the automated car wash.
Can you make my white walls really pretty now?
Yeah, can you go and completely change over my sponsor for the weekend? The check must have bounced, so we need to repaint the car in the middle of the race.
Yeah. 15 seconds.
Oh, boy. And here we go. Denny Hamlin splitting 3 wide up the middle there. He's driving mad.
Well, he needs to.
Yeah, let's see. Oh, yeah, it's trouble on the right front tire.
Yep.
Couldn't get it off there. That wasn't a driver error. That was entirely pit crew mistake.
That was a single lug.
Oh, contact! Stenhouse and SVG. And
45 is around.
Reddick with a flat tire. Well, does that help or hurt Preece?
It helps.
Does it?
I think so.
Kyle Larson, your race leader. Ryan Preece up to 3rd. Wait, what? Okay. I think it might help. Now, the question is, did anyone sneak onto pit road as the spin was happening before the caution got thrown? Because that would be some heads-up driving. If you haven't made your pit stop yet, make that last-minute dive to that pit road when you see the contact coming.
Can't see anything because the smoke's too much.
Yeah, onboard cameras are not. Okay, here we go. This is the camera. Nope, and they zoom in.
Yeah.
Because they want to see what actually happened. So, yeah.
But it was right at the entrance to pit road.
Yes. Juarez got into Ty Gibbs, who got into the 45 here. Here we go. Do not zoom on this camera. Do not zoom. Do not zoom.
Give us the... Who's that didn't take the chance?
I think that's Blaney. I think Blaney is at Ford, but he was just on pit road.
Yeah.
He had already made his...
and most everybody had.
Todd Gilliland hadn't. Gilliland is, I think, going to be one of those drivers who's going to regret that decision, because I think Gilliland was right behind this group on track, and Gilliland was ends up being only 2 spots ahead of Reddick after that spin, so I think he might have been right behind there. And now with a neutral driver out front, Kyle Larson, someone who's already won a race, it's a 7-point gap between Buescher and Preece. And to think, if Preece had just played that first stage smarter, he could have gotten 5, 6, 7 points minimum and been right there. And instead, now he's going to be at the mercy of what Buescher can do to try and extend that gap down the stretch here. But yeah, I mean, Suarez just absolutely running into the back bumper of Gibbs. I mean, there was no... He was definitely putting the bumper to him there.
Yeah, Suarez is driving like he...
Needs a job.
Needs a job.
Okay, no, I don't see the 45. I don't see the 34. Oh, the 34 Gillen right there, that yellow car further back.
Yeah.
He was on the outside lane, but if he'd had that heads up to see that coming, he could have made it to pit road and been able to absolutely flip this script.
Okay, in comes the 5.
All I'm saying is that the cause you came out a lot of drivers pitted has this restart can be really good. Okay, I cannot. My extent. Oh, and Preece is coming back to pit road. I mean, I guess if you've got limited cars on pit road, if you've got limited lead lap cars, you can use this extra set of tires that you saved from the stage one.
That's what I was saying. That's why.
But I would almost say you already made the gamble. Keep that set of tires for the end of the race to try and make that last lap dash.
Never know when your last lap dash is.
I can tell you there's a guaranteed caution coming up in about 45 laps. That this is not going to be the dash to the checkers. But yeah, all I'm saying is seeing that the cause you came. I can't understand the English here.
Let me see.
From Hot Boy Trev there.
Okay. All I'm saying is seeing that the cause you came out and a lot of drivers have already pitted and a lot of drivers as it this restart can be really good. Okay.
Yeah, it's like okay.
I get that. This could be a really good
it'll be an interesting restart. Yeah,
you're gonna have a lot of people who are on very
different strategies. Yeah, various tire ages.
Not a whole lot of real high tire wear though.
Yeah,
it's just going to be it's going to be like 4, 5, 6.
I was like Bubba's got nearly 10 laps on his tires.
And he might come in.
No, unless he's coming in after and going to take an end-of-line penalty, essentially. Because they've already had their wave of cars coming down pit road. Preece and the others have already come. Yeah. Unless he's making an extra pit, unless he's going to wait a lap and have to restart behind all the other people on fresh tires, I don't think he's pitting this caution. But yeah, it's gonna be an interesting one down the stretch here.
It's a good time to go to a commercial.
Yep.
We'll be right back. And they're back. Still under yellow. 43 laps to go in stage 2.
At least you guys won your first preseason game. You're not winning this one tonight. I'm kind of curious to hear your opinion on this story from the Jets offseason that I saw. What are your thoughts on Aaron Glenn, the new head coach, instituting mandatory Bible studies for the entire team?
I think that's interesting.
Considering praying to God is about the only shot you guys have at making the playoffs?
Yes.
Green flags out. We are racing. And
glad I don't have to go answer that question
now. Yeah. So yeah, Bubba Wall is actually on some of the fresher tires compared to some of the other ones. Suarez on 15 lap tires. Chastain on 16 lap tires. And who is that way up out of the groove? Chastain. Ross Chastain way up out of the groove. And Christopher Bell in the middle of 3, now 4 wide
Four
is Ryan
wide.
Preece.
And Keselowski gets the worst of it.
That was a very smart move there by
Yeah,
Keselowski.
yes, but he still got the worst of it.
I think he is perfectly fine with that because not only did he avoid himself getting trouble, do you know who would have been the other driver at the that would have almost certainly gone around if someone was to get wrecked there? His own driver, Ryan Preece, driving for his team, his teammate,
And
the car he owns.
And going for the playoffs.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, 51's around. And caution is out. Cody Ware.
Where have you been?
Sideways. That's where he's been.
I had to make that joke.
That was a joke?
Yep.
Oh.
So, since we've gone and made you miserable about your football team, I think it's only fair I go ahead and bring up mine. Hey, Red Zone, how's it going? But yeah, we've got our never-ending quarterback carousel here for the Indianapolis Colts. And I say we've lost both of our preseason games by a combined score of about 5. Oh, wow. There's a Cody Ware there almost took out Jesse Love with him and just tried to clear himself down on top of John Hunter Nemechek, I believe that is. But yeah, none of our quarterbacks today really showed much for impressive stats. Daniel Jones led it in terms of yardage, but in terms of throws, 3 of our quarterbacks all got 11, 11, and 12 attempts to throw the ball. None of them completed more than 7 passes on 11 to 12 attempts. That's not good. I'd like to see them start maybe giving Riley Leonard a few less carries or a few less throws because I think he's pretty clearly QB3 in this battle. That way we can get a better sample size on Daniel Jones versus Richardson because that is going to be the talk for week 1.
I thought you meant Jason Bean.
No.
Oh.
Jason Bean, barring injury, he shouldn't be getting any carries or any pass attempts. But here we go. We got drivers coming onto pit road. But yeah, regardless, I've been saying it for a little while now. Regardless of the situation, I think the Colts need to start Richardson as long as humanly possible. If he sucks, you're in a good spot to draft a new quarterback to replace him. If he doesn't suck, hey, look, you've got yourself a quarterback.
Which you thought you had 2 years ago anyway, so.
Yeah, I mean, again, that's where I think, because, I mean, we know where Daniel Jones' ceiling is. Right. That's the way I see it, and it's like, I don't see any positive to starting Daniel Jones, because if you start him and he does perform up to his ceiling, he wins you too many games and you're not in position to draft a quarterback. If Richardson performs up to his potential ceiling, he might win the MVP.
Yep.
Because his ceiling is pretty much a complete unknown at this point.
Right.
His floor is also a complete unknown and could be at the very bottom, but if so, then you can go ahead and draft somebody new next year. So, I mean, that's the way I see it. I don't see any real reason to start Daniel Jones.
I don't either. Keep him healthy for when Richardson goes down again.
Yeah. Rather than having them both go down with ACL tears on week 1 together.
Yeah.
Blood brothers. How's that seat cushion working out for you?
It moves way too much.
Yep.
But
it's something.
It's something.
Yep.
My bony butt on this chair definitely is not fun.
Trust me, I'm aware. I've only got. You at least have a cushion.
Oh,
I don't have a cushion. and I inherited a similarly bony butt.
Okay. Wasn't sure how you knew how my bony butt was, but
Yeah, I kind of inherit quite a few traits from you.
you do.
Sense
Any of them good?
Sense of humor?
Okay. No.
Maybe. Maybe.
Oh, look at this. We're back to green.
Yeah, green. Now the question is for how long?
They couldn't have planned that commercial any worse.
Yeah, zero build up to the green flag. Like, I get it. You want to minimize the amount of time that you're showing the field pacing. But come on, show the roll to the green.
Yeah, don't show me 2 feet before.
Yeah, like show the roll to the green, because sometimes that jumping the restart is something to watch for. But yeah, Bubba Wallace absolutely jumping out to a lead here. Suarez gonna try and take second, and contact!
Bumping.
Yeah, there goes Briscoe.
Briscoe around.
Kyle Busch is in it. Yeah, the seven car Haley.
The 9's around.
Chase Elliott around.
Every one of my drivers in my.
That is hilarious.
And he's gone.
Yeah, he's done. He is not coming back tonight. And
Briscoe isn't either.
Justin
Haley.
That's
not Briscoe. That's Haley. Okay, good.
Yeah, Briscoe's 19. He took over MTJ.
I know what his number is. I couldn't see the number from the angle they had there.
But yeah, I mean, Haley's got to be under some of the most pressure, I think, in the Cup Series, though, because his seat, I feel like, has got to be the hottest.
Yeah, I can see that.
Of the drivers that haven't already been fired.
Chase Elliott's out of his car. So
yeah.
His day is done.
Yep, time for everybody to go check their fantasy lineups and go ahead and bench Elliott if you got him. Let's see. Did I initially bench Preece or Elliott? Because I was between those two.
So this is what I get for making the joke that there's no question I got Kyle Busch in my garage, so he's just going to stay there. I don't have to think about it.
Well, you don't have to think about it. It's a no-brainer. You got to swap them. And yeah, I put Preece in there initially, so good thing it didn't lock already. But yeah. Oh, and Denny Hamlin right in the middle of that too. Lucky for you, you didn't have Hamlin. Because you would have.
Yes.
I think the good thing is that Hamlin earned at least some stage points, so he's not a complete zero, even if he is taken out in this wreck.
Suppose I ought to check your mother's. She's got a Briscoe is in her lineup.
Want me to call her?
Yeah. She's probably sleeping.
Hello.
Did I say that out loud on air?
Are you watching the race? All right, well, everybody just crashed. Specifically, Briscoe, I think, is one in your lineup that's definitely out of the race. Chase Elliott's already climbed out of his car.
And Busch is up to 12th place.
Kyle Busch was up to 12th place. He was in the middle of that thing. Byron got tagged in it too. Oh, come on. No, I think Preece was pretty well out of this one. Hamlin was in it. Brad Keselowski was right in the middle of it. Yeah, I mean, again, pretty much anyone that's in Dad's lineup was in this one. And I say, yeah, Justin Haley's also in it if you had him. Huh. Who could have guessed that? All right. Well, I just wanted to make sure that you knew because we're coming down towards the end of stage 2, and we just had a big wreck that could guarantee you your bench one. You're welcome. Bye.
Yeah, there goes the Hall of Shame right there. 9 car being dragged off the track by the wrecker.
Yep.
Who else was involved in that from Hendrick? They said 2 of Hendrick drivers.
Yeah. Byron.
Oh, Byron was in it?
Yeah, Byron got a decent chunk of it.
Oh, I didn't see that.
Yeah, watch as Chase Elliott gets spun here late. Elliott spins.
And okay.
Yeah, Byron got a piece of it on the tail end.
He got a pretty good door thumping there.
Yeah,
right at the end.
Probably knocked out the could have knocked out the toe with the angle that he got hit there too. Which that's the biggest thing is if he broke a toe link.
Yeah. Oh, you got your mother's. I gotta move back to mine
here. Yep.
It's bad that I have to decide between Chase Elliott and Briscoe.
Bad and worse?
Yeah. Well, at least one of them's, I think, still in the race.
I think Briscoe is still in the race after that spin?
I haven't seen his car go off the track yet. No Hall of Shame for him yet.
Yep.
All right. Well, I think while they're at break, I think I'm going to take a small break.
All right.
I'll be back.
Well, we'll be here. Hopefully. Hopefully the entire field won't disappear on you.
Sneaking out the back.
Yep. Means I get to take a break over on the chair with this cushion. There we go. Man. There we go. All right, let me just make sure I'm centered. There we go. All right. So, again, we are, chilling out here. Hopefully everybody's having a good time. But, yeah, this wreck, there we go. Let's see. Yeah, you did get wild there. 2, 3, 4 rows. Yeah. At the racetrack right now. All right. Nice. Yeah, well, I mean, half the time in that kind of situation, though, gassing it up like that is the best way to try and avoid the wreck. Problem is that it works about 50% of the time every time, which, if you know anything about probability, 50% of the time is not exactly reliable. Alright, well, I'm going to go ahead and slide this on over just a little bit, try and separate out the two cameras a little bit. Alright, so there we go. Talking with Chase Elliott, he's out of the infield care center. Glad to see he's okay. But yeah, I mean, Kyle Busch was just trying to escape at that point and just clip the corner of Elliott's car. There was clearly no intention of that, and honestly, it might not have even been intent. He may have had the toe knocked out of his car, so he may have been trying to steer straight or even steer away, and Chase Elliott just got piled up. All right, so So here we go. Again, just watching this replay again as say Brad Keselowski just gets into the back there. I think he may have escaped without major damage there, but man, it is just a crazy run there. We're break. Cleaning up after all that mess.
Still cleaning up, huh?
Yeah. Shock and surprise.
Briscoe got hit by just about everybody in the field. Everybody that was in that crash, I think, hit Briscoe. Lights on the pace car are off. $18 laps to go in stage 2. like Bubba Wallace, Daniel Suarez, and Ryan Blaney will be your 1, 2, 3 coming out. Joey Logano in 4, Austin Dillon in 5, and Ryan Preece up in 6th position. And there it is, green, green, green. Bubba is out to the lead.
By the way, some of the people in the podcast chat were saying that Kyle Busch caused the Cody Ware crash, which
Saw that.
I don't remember seeing Kyle Busch even being in that one. I mean, I haven't seen a great replay of it after that one. Like, sure, if you want to blame the most recent crash on him, sure, yeah, he definitely expedited things by crashing Chase Elliott, but I'm not sure he even had his steering intact at that point.
How much you rooting for Suarez right now?
Suarez up to 2nd place. That would be really interesting. Imagine Bubba Wallace winning 2 races, though, before the playoffs.
Imagine Bubba Wallace winning 2 races.
He's already won 3.
I know.
But, yeah, it had been a while.
Oh, he's had a good season.
Yeah, Ryan Preece up into the top 5. But if Suarez does win this race, then Preece is a must-win at Daytona next week.
I mean, Austin Dillon up in 4th.
Well, he was the dominant car last year. When we were at this track last year, he was the car to beat at the end before Ricky Stenhouse Jr. did Ricky Stenhouse Jr. things.
What that means?
Really? You have no idea what I could possibly mean by that comment.
Yeah, you're the one that always got on me when I called him Ricky Wreckhouse.
Yeah. That's why I assumed you would understand what I meant when I say Ricky Stenhouse Jr. doing those kinds of things. But yeah. Yeah, that was one of those where, yeah, he just had a complete...
Where's Busher?
Probably was backed up behind that mess.
22nd. I'm just watching that cut line.
Yep. Well, he came into the day with a big gap, so he could afford a mediocre day, but doesn't mean you want it.
But if the guy in 5th place can move himself up to that front.
If the guy in 2nd place can move himself up there,
yeah,
that cut line moves again, and now Bowman's the mark that you have to catch. You don't just have to hold off your teammate. All right, let's see. Yeah, I mean, the thing I'll say about the Kyle Busch being involved in that last wreck, I'd be willing to bet that his steering wasn't 100% when he was dealing with that split-second decision as to whether he goes high or low on that move. And yeah, obviously the Chase Elliott fans are going to see it negatively because it hurt their driver. Also, wow, they actually got a fair amount of cars a lap down. Corey Heim, yeah, Cody Ware, and Jesse Love all multiple laps down here. So, I say, plenty of upset potential here. 7 laps to go in the stage.
Look at that. Busch up into 10th.
Yeah, Kyle Busch running really well here.
As soon as we said that, Byron takes it over from him.
Well, that battle's not actually for position. Kyle Busch is off the lead lap currently.
Is he?
Yeah.
Showed him in 10th.
Oh, is he?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I assumed he was a lap down after being involved in the wreck, but no, I guess he might not be.
Yeah, Busch 11th.
Wow. Credit to him, because the way he was driving, looked like he was trying to just stay out of everybody's way because he knew he was a lap down or something, but no. Yeah, he's just driving way up the track.
He's been doing that all day. He's really loose.
Yeah.
In those corner exits.
I say his teammate Austin Dillon looks to have this car dialed in low really well here.
Yeah.
I mean, again, I'm not one to usually. Again, Austin Dillon, not another driver. I'm not usually very quick to praise, but can't deny it when he's doing this good.
How can you not like somebody from Welcome, North Carolina?
Oh, trust me, Ty Dillon makes it very easy.
I don't know if Ty Dillon's from there.
He definitely is. But yeah, there we go. The road's closed. Only 2 laps to go on the stage. Last chance to double check your guys' rosters if you guys want to make any last minute changes. If you didn't already have Chase Elliott in your garage, if your entire lineup isn't currently sitting in the pit road waiting on repairs. Where does Preece gonna end up finishing the stage? I wonder. Do you have him highlighted on your thing or as one of your favorites? I wasn't sure if you had your favorites queued up with your drivers.
No, I'm not that savvy. I don't get that much into it.
Fair enough. Well, here it is. It's gonna be Bubba Wallace with the stage win. But here comes Hocevar with an aggressive move here for trying to get sixth away. Doesn't get it.
You did see what I brought. Pieces of paper with the starting order.
Yeah. I think I might need to go grab some water during this stage break.
Got a Powerade in there. Fridge.
Oh, okay. Well, I need to grab something because I am definitely starting to dry out. So, meanwhile, I'll let you decide which 4 drivers I put up there for the Richmond poll.
Do you not do commercials anymore?
It auto puts them in.
No. You used to throw them in every once in a while when you take a break.
Well, this is also the first time I've actually. I've only taken 1 break prior to this one. And again, it's automatically putting them in every like 15 to 20 minutes.
Oh, is it?
Yeah. Got some birthdays past? Tom Mama dug this out of that. figure out where we want to hang that later. Alright, so here we go. 234 laps here. Completed over halfway down. Still 170 lap stage to go. Blaney, Bubba Wallace, Suarez, the front three. Who do we want for our 4 drivers for the pole? For the pole for winning the race?
Oh. Well, I think you probably got to go.
I think we got to go Bubba at this point. McDowell wins the race off pit road with a 2-tire call. Blaney took a 2-tire call here.
16 positions on that 2-tire call for McDowell.
Yep.
16 positions.
The question is, will 2 tires last for him?
They're not going to last forever, but
will they last long enough?
Will they last until the yellow?
And will he cause the yellow? I hope not.
I hope not, too.
All right. So, who will win the race?
Quite sure it will not be Chase Elliott.
So, we putting Bubs in?
Yeah, I think you got to put Bubba in there.
All right, Bubba Walrus Jr.
Blaney.
All right, Blaney.
Sitting in 3rd place. And then I guess, do you trust Dillon, Suarez, or Bowman? Or do you just go with Larson or Preece in that 7th and 8th position?
Well, I'd like to go with a Chevy driver, so who do you trust most of the Chevys there in the picture?
Well, they're all Chevy drivers except for Preece in those that I just mentioned.
Yeah. Well, that's why I'm asking. Which Chevy driver do you have the most confidence in?
Based on today, I would say probably Dillon.
All right.
Dillon and Suarez, they've both shown a lot. I wouldn't put Larson in that category, and that's saying something. And I always have a hard time putting Bowman in that category. Christopher Bell, what are we looking at here?
Oh, he stopped on pit road there, exiting his pit box, and had to back up in. Did they think they might have had a tire loose? Well, good thing we didn't put Bell in the picks.
I want to see what that pit ended up being.
Well, the timer would have stopped when he left the pit box, and then he had to come back in.
Oh, true.
So, again, this final stage. I'm curious as to what the strategy will be. Do you pit 1 time or 2 times in this final stage?
I think you plan for 1.
For 1 pit stop?
Plan for 1 more, and then take the second one when you need to.
Well, one of the strategies they just showed up here had 3 pit stops down the stretch here.
Well, and I think there are 3 if you take your first 2 and then you get a yellow. I don't think there's a 3rd without a yellow.
Well, I guess we'll have to wait and see, because, again, this is 10 laps longer than that last stage was. And, again, if you're going to go if you're going to plan on 1 stop, That means you're expecting to go 85 laps. You're going to go 80 to 85 laps on a run? That's a long way on these tires.
Oh, yeah. I don't see that happening.
So McDowell chooses the bottom lane here to start this one off while the other two drivers behind him both go outside lane.
Isn't it cool to watch McDowell right at the front, though? This.
Yeah. I remember Texas. Got home from, or not home, but got back to the hotel room after Milwaukee and was watching him dueling it out for the lead until he he wrecked himself late trying to go for it. So what are your thoughts on Jimmy Johnson being somewhat confident that he'll have a third charter next year for Legacy Motor Club? One, who do you think he's eyeing for that third seat? Here we go. Green flag's out. We are back to racing.
Suarez.
That'd be interesting considering Suarez has already been in the Toyota pipeline once.
Yeah.
I'm more even just curious as to where they think they'll get that charter from. So obviously, currently they have an ongoing lawsuit. Oh man,
They are
very tight battle there between Suarez and
Bubba. Oh
no, that was Hocevar.
Oh, I was looking at
McDowell
and Bubba.
And there goes Austin Dillon.
There goes Austin Dillon at the lead. That's my pick for Chevys.
Yeah, now Austin Dillon. Look at that gap for Buescher now on points because of how mediocre a day Buescher's had. And with a new winner, obviously, affecting that. I mean, even Reddick has got to think that he might at least be a little bit mortal today, considering if he has another bad run at Daytona, he could find himself on the outs if we have another new winner as well.
Did Bowman move up that much? Did Bowman move up that much?
What do you mean?
I didn't realize that. I thought Buescher was on the 16 spot, and I thought Preece was on the 17. Where did Bowman come from?
Bowman was ahead of them, but when Austin Dillon took the lead, he moves up to the top because of because those are the points as you run, projecting that
he's gonna
if
win.
Dillon wins,
I gotcha. Okay.
What the points would be if Dillon does win this thing.
Okay. I missed that in the graphic.
It's pretty simple. It said Dillon leader at the top of the list.
I realized Dillon's a leader, but I wasn't projecting that out.
Yeah, well, that's the whole point of those points is showing what the points would look like as they currently run.
Okay.
Because that's how you can tell, like, okay, with Ryan Preece currently running 18th and with Chris Buescher stuck in 22nd, if they finish in those positions, that's what the points would look like.
Dowell's losing big time with those two tires. Down to 8th already.
Yeah, well, that's the gamble you take.
Yeah, it was a gamble.
Well, we saw him lose more spots than that on 4 tires earlier tonight. Because we saw him with a really rough start there in the we saw him with a really rough start back in the in the first stage where he lost like 18 spots early in the race. So if he can just manage to hang on to, honestly, if he can just stay top 15, honestly, before making this pit stop. Oh, but Joey Logano nearly just wrecked him. He nearly just got wrecked off of Joey Logano's ego.
Joey Logano has an ego?
Yeah. In fact, you'd be hard-pressed to find too many race car drivers who are both a NASCAR champion and don't have an ego. Now, they've earned that ego in a lot of cases. Alright, so here we go. Again, Austin Dillon out in front of the field here.
By almost a full second. And it is a full second.
Yep. Do you think Austin Dillon can dominate his way to the win here?
There's a chance he could.
150 to go. Again, this is kind of what we saw 1 year ago. Austin Dillon dominating down to the stretch. And then a late race caution sends him into overtime after Ricky Stenhouse Jr. spun out on his own last year. And that's it. Are we going to see that same sequence this time with SVG spinning himself out?
Good question.
Well, SVG, actually, speaking of him, he's up into the top 15 here as he's passing Michael McDowell here.
Yeah. Oh. I think I saw somebody on a skateboard passing McDowell, too. So.
Yep. I say, McDowell's about to get passed by a submarine.
Yes. Ooh, SVG almost hit the wall there.
Yep. 4 wins in the last 9 races. I feel like NASCAR, if you're going to put that graphic up there, I think that needs another caveat there. That those 4 wins all came on road courses. I mean, again, that's not to take anything away because it is an incredible feat to win that many road course races this early in your career. Because we've seen other road course ringers come over and not be able to find success. Certainly not to that degree that quickly.
Right, in these cars.
Yeah, but if you're using, like, whenever they say, like, oh yeah, SVG is now tied with Denny Hamlin for the number of wins on the season this year, it's like, yeah, I feel like there needs to be a caveat made there. I get that he may not like caviar, but I think a caviar needs to be made there. The jokes are what they are at this time of night. It's nearly 10 o'clock.
Oh. Well past my bedtime. You shouldn't have told me that. I hadn't looked at the clock yet.
Yep. They just doing the casino thing. Hide all the clocks possible.
Should have them on either side of the TV.
Why? So that we know how long we've been down here?
Yes. You know when the commercials are coming up.
We don't know when they're going to throw a commercial.
Oh, we don't throw our own at all now?
I can throw mine whenever, but... Yep. But yeah, Bell battling out with Austin Cindric here for position.
2.5 second lead.
Austin Dillon. What a run.
I said he looked like he had the strongest car.
Yep. Ironically, he's doing all this, but he hasn't taken the fastest lap award away from Bubba Wallace. That's a little strange.
Yep.
Yep, Bubba Wallace's best speed, 117 mile an hour lap, 117 and a half mile an hour lap average. Well, Austin Dillon's was 117.4 for his miles per hour average. I don't know why they do best speed instead of the best lap time, so you're looking for the lowest number, but yeah, for whatever reason they do best speed, so you're looking for the higher number in that column for the best lap. And then, yeah, here's the replay again of just junking his way to winning that race. I mean, yeah, he did not deserve to win that race at that point.
Maybe that's why he's up near the top tonight.
Well, he was up near the top last year until the caution came out, put him behind the 8 ball. He wasn't able to execute on the 2-lap restart.
Yeah.
But yeah, again, right now, though,
he's looking pretty good.
That he is. And if he wins this race on speed, I will have no problem saying, welcome to the playoffs, Austin Dillon. And man, would it be probably the first time I think I've ever genuinely said that about Austin Dillon in a race win. Because I don't think he's ever really won a comfortable race. I mean, if you look at all of his race wins, they've either come on late race restarts, questionable circumstances. Yeah, in fact, I think really those two examples right there encapsulate all of Austin Dillon's wins. So yeah. Let's see. So looking forward to the next season schedule. Which of the races that we've had announced so far are you most looking forward to? Possibly the Father's Day race at the San Diego military base.
Yeah, that'd be pretty fun. I've never been to San Diego.
Yeah. Do you really want to go to California? I thought that was kind of on your do not pass go list.
Well, I've been there before.
Well, yeah.
I've just never been to San Diego. And I want to stay as far away from San Francisco as I can possibly get.
Let's say the Enjoy Illinois 300 in the playoffs. I'm curious to see if New Hampshire and Gateway both maintain their playoff dates next year. And that's the weird thing about when you make drastic changes like that and then go back on them after only 1 year and before you've even seen them.
Right.
So that was the annoying thing with the way they used to announce the schedule, because I remember back in 2018. Yeah, they announced the schedule back in March. And it's like, okay, you radically changed up the schedule, including putting Vegas in the middle with a 3 p.m. start time on a Sunday. And you confirmed the schedule before you've even seen how that race turned out. Do you imagine what Vegas at 3 p.m. in the afternoon on a September day is like?
Sure, it's not very warm.
Scraping the melted sneakers off the sidewalks.
Yeah.
Yep.
Thought it was gum on the bottom of my shoe, and
no, that's just the bottom of your shoe. Yep. I say, while we're saying all this, Austin Dillon now a 3-second gap out in front of the field,
and still doesn't have the fastest lap.
Yep. Just putting together very consistent, very average laps.
Well, he just got passed by a lap driver.
Not just any lap driver. Did you happen to notice which one?
No.
It was Cody. Oh, wait, no. Yeah, it was Cody Ware.
Cody Ware.
He just got passed by Cody Ware. Yet he's still driving away from the rest of the field. He's also got Corey Heim breathing down his neck.
Hocevar is not too far behind him. Oh, no, sorry. Hocevar's not too far behind Suarez. I was looking at the list and I'm like, wait a minute. No, that doesn't work.
Yeah, 7.8 seconds back. Yeah. 1 second. Let me see what the other podcast picks were. Also, did you see that the Xfinity Series might have found their new title sponsor, because Xfinity is going away at the end of this year?
No.
Yep. So the Xfinity Series will be no more, and it sounds like O'Reilly Auto Parts is going to be in line to take that title sponsorship. So it'll be the O'Reilly Auto Parts Series.
Okay. Do they even sponsor a car?
I'm pretty sure. I think Quaker State is a subsidiary of theirs. It's one of their brands. I think.
I mean, it's one of their brands because they carry auto parts, but
yeah, Yeah, but I mean, I think it's a brand that they own, not
okay.
just a brand that they carry, and they're on Suarez's car tonight.
Okay.
But yeah. Granted, Xfinity doesn't sponsor a whole lot of race cars as is, but they sponsor the series, and they sponsor the fastest lap award. All right, so I had Byron. Tyler had Hamlin. So where is Hamlin at? Hamlin is 16th. Dang it, need him a little further down. Especially considering some of the other. Actually, did anyone take Chase Elliott? I don't think anyone took Chase Elliott this week. Yeah, no one took Chase Elliott this week for race picks. I thought for sure somebody was going to have taken him. It turns out to be a really smart move not to. And I thought Reddick was about to just take out Daniel Suarez there.
Give him a minute.
Say, yeah, watch that replay a couple more times and maybe it'll change what happened.
Lead's starting to shrink a little bit.
Yeah, well, speaking of leads starting to shrink, here comes the 42 to pit road, starting this pit road sequence here. Like McDowell, I would recommend you jumping on the pit road fairly early here, too, in this sequence. I don't know how far he fell, but he fell far.
21st.
Okay, that's not as far as I thought, but still, I think that puts him in a good spot to pit now rather than waiting to see if you catch a caution at this point.
Yeah.
All right, here comes Michael McDowell's teammate.
He looks like he might be hurting.
I think he
just... he just slammed on the brakes?
Yeah, I think he just realized that he wasn't going to make pit road speed if he didn't.
I saw that smoke coming up. I thought he had a down tire.
Yeah, no, that was just the oh crap, I need to get down to pit road speed. I say if he was playing the video game, that's when that where the brake smoke came up is right about when the
9.4 seconds for Hocevar. His crew's been on it tonight.
Yeah, that's not the first time we've shouted them out for a fast pit stop.
No, and that was a 4 tire.
Yeah. And here's that coming to the pit road here. No, not this time. Okay. Was that what they were meaning to show? I mean, that was an okay save.
It's USA Network. That's all I have to say.
John Hunter Nemechek with a penalty on pit road. What on earth is going on? And what is the penalty? Too fast entering.
Is he the one that slammed on his brakes?
No, that was Hocevar.
That's what I thought.
Yeah, no, John Hunter Nemechek in the 42, though. Too fast entering pit road.
But you know Bowman's got to be some sort of upset right now with Dillon in the lead.
I mean, he still has an okay chance to make the playoffs as long as there's not another new winner at Daytona.
Yeah. Well,
problem is that exact sentence is exactly the thing that terrifies him as well.
Yes.
Because, yeah, he's safe as long as there's no new winner at Daytona. Problem is that Daytona's the hotbed for new winners. Oh, and here we go. Here comes McDowell.
Dillon's about to lap SVG, it looked like.
Yep. Michael McDowell getting his pit stop done. 4 tires. Nice and clean. Chastain on pit road as well.
Actually, he couldn't be lapping. Oh, is that 88? He just passed? I thought it was. But there's no way because SVG's on the lead lap.
SVG's on pit
Oh,
road.
he's on pit road. That's why he passed.
Yep. Hey, this is still miles better than what Fox was putting on at the beginning of the year.
Idiots.
Yeah, exactly. Like, that's the thing, is that USA Network and NBC's coverage has always been head and shoulders above Fox. And the only reason we're really looking down on them at this point is because Amazon Prime blew everybody's expectations out the water as to what to expect from a racing broadcast going forward.
That was awesome. Was it 5 races? But
yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, a 5-race stint.
Busch 9.7 seconds. Logano 9.4.
9.4, yeah, there we go. The Penske perfect pit stop. Briscoe 10.1. Here comes Preece. Preece have a good pit stop here.
Have we mentioned the fact that he has Kleenex as a lead sponsor?
Well, again, similar to the Quaker State thing that I mentioned earlier, that's actually not because of Kleenex.
Oh.
Kroger is the title sponsor there, and rather than putting the Kroger logo on the car, Kroger farms it out to a bunch of their other brands like Kleenex, and a bunch of other brands throughout the season. Yep.
That's pretty good incentive right there. Yeah.
Yep. Yeah, sometimes they'll do it with Energizer. Energizer will get the Kroger car from time to time. So, way to sponsor a race car without actually having to spend all the money yourself. Ryan Blaney on pit road. Love that sponsorship there. Good old body armor.
Yeah. Oh, you didn't go for body armor.
No, I went for a water. That Bubba Wallace tire looks flat. Oh, it's gone! Bubba Wallace loses a wheel! You picked a bad time to leave me loose wheel. And no, I was not about to try and sing that one. And he's gonna take a pit penalty here to allow the 19 crew to come and service his car. The Joe Gibbs Racing Toyota pit crew of wait, that was his front tire that came off.
Yeah, I thought it was his left rear.
And they didn't spend very long tightening that one. But yeah, he will. I believe he will incur a pit penalty for pitting in a pit box that is not his own. Oh yeah, no, there was no shot he got that one tight.
No.
There was no way the team even.
Did anyone send him? No. No one sent him.
And everybody was waving to him.
That was just unforced error right there.
Yep, and luckily he has friends in high places. And by high places, I mean a few pit boxes down. He'll be able to stop in another Toyota box and get service there. Again, he will incur I believe he will incur some level of penalty there. But, yeah, there we go. Christopher Bell with a penalty. Come on! What is it with all these speeding penalty there for Bell?
All my drivers.
Oh, boy. And, oh, no, there's a lot of smoke coming out of Ty Gibbs' car.
Yep.
Is that a tire rub or what? Something's going wrong there. A 2-tire stop for Todd Gilliland. Hocevar, the race leader now.
Oh, brake fluid.
Brake fluid leaking?
Yeah.
That's not good. That's almost worse than a tire rub.
I was wondering why he was still going so fast. It was just because he can't brake.
Yep.
Wonder when Hocevar pitted last.
Lap 278.
Okay.
About 20 laps
20
ago.
laps ago.
Yeah, Dylan must have had something go wrong on his pit box because he pitted. He pitted 8 laps ago, and he's now 4 seconds behind Hocevar. That's just that fresh tire advantage there for Hocevar. I mean, I know there is a fresh tire advantage, but Kent Dillon was just crushing everybody in his path. So here comes Bell for that speeding penalty to see just how fast he was going. He almost didn't make the commitment box, how wide he was running. But that was about the worst type of camera angle to show for speeding because they went frame by frame, basically. There's the penalty for Bubba Wallace hitting outside his pit box. A lot of unforced errors here on track, and a lot of them in your fantasy lineup.
Just about all of them in my fantasy lineup.
Well, Chase Elliott didn't have a speeding penalty on that last round of pit stops.
That is true. Good thing he's in my garage, just like he's in the garage.
Yep. I don't even know if that car is still in the garage. They've probably already packed that one up and put it on the hauler ready to go. But yeah, Buescher and Preece battling it out for position here right at the tail end of the lead lap in 20. I believe that was 22nd and 23rd.
Hocevar's losing position quickly.
Yeah. Yeah, those tires starting to age really quick.
Yeah.
But yeah, McDowell inside the top 15 for McDowell. Not a terrible position.
Nope.
And the fact that he's now tested 2 tires. He could possibly take 2 tires near the end of the race to try and jump those spots.
Blaney takes the lead.
Yeah, Ryan Blaney to the lead. Austin Dillon to second. All right, you want a fantasy point update or no?
No. Yes.
Well, you are ahead of
Eli,
Patrick, Subaru, Eli again, Shadowhawk, Bam, Tino, Will.
So all the people that haven't put in any picks in
all year.
Yeah.
Yep. And you're only 1 point behind Eric Anderson for the to not be the worst driver this week or worst player this week. And don't worry, Mom's not doing too much better. She's in 8th right now with her garage driver of Briscoe that we recommended. Inside the top 10.
Yeah.
Yeah. Meanwhile, Tyler Reddick and Ryan Preece are struggling to stay out of their own way.
I'm still thinking AD. He's looking pretty good.
Yep. Byron up to 3rd though.
Yeah.
My pick coming into this race. William Byron.
Yep.
Looking solid. By the way, I am up to 2nd place in points as it stands right now.
Nice.
Yeah, and that's with Christopher Bell and Ryan Preece in my lineup. Yeah, both of them outside the top 20.
Yep.
Yep.
Definitely ready for bed. This one starts too late.
Imagine what the 400 miles at Daytona next week is going to be like.
I won't be broadcasting that one.
Yeah, you'll be asleep by the end of the first stage.
I don't know, because we're going to be on vacations.
Yep. Which means you're going to want to get to bed early so you can be rested up for the next day. Unless that's the last day of your vacation.
No. First day.
That Saturday?
Well, Saturday. Yeah, Saturday's the first day.
Okay, so yeah. You'll want to get to bed early so you have energy for the following day. But yeah, Blaney in the
church.
Hmm?
To go to church?
Yeah.
I need energy for that?
You'll want it.
Oh. All right. Blaney in first. Austin Dillon in second. Byron in third. Bowman in fourth. And Barry rounds out the top 5.
Yep. So they're going through their ones to watch. Again, I think we both kind of settled on the same one to watch here with Austin Dillon.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
All right, so outside of Austin Dillon, who would be some other ones that you would be wanting to watch here down the stretch?
I'm still watching Suarez.
Okay, you're watching Suarez in 7th. Okay.
Yeah.
For me, I've got to keep an eye on that battle between Preece and Buescher. I really want to see how those two teammates racing for position now.
Yeah.
That far back now. Obviously, I believe Buescher, as long as Buescher finishes close, he can lose 1 point to. He can lose 1 point to Preece as long as he stays close to him.
Yeah.
Preece is the one that needs to really gap him. But with both of them not on the lead lap currently, I'm curious to see what ends up happening if we were to say get a caution, bring out the yellow flag, and then we potentially have one on the lead lap gaining spots and the other one trap the lap down with the only possible option to be losing spots.
Yep. Josh Berry up to 4th place.
Yeah, Josh Berry up to 4th. Byron slipping quite a bit there. But yeah, there's Buescher, 28 points ahead of Preece at the current moment. Bowman, 81 points above the cut line. So again, barring a new winner tonight, Bowman could very well punch his ticket to the playoffs with a good run today. And saying, if you're Bowman and you can punch your ticket to the playoffs on points today, you'll be able to sleep like a baby going into Daytona, which is a very rare thing to be able to do. You very rarely get to sleep easy the night before a plate race. Byron is dropping a lot. He's already down to 7th now, and now to 8th. I don't know what's happened to Byron, but he is dropping like a rock here. Yep. Hamlin, Larson, Keselowski, Van Gisbergen all in the top 15. Hocevar on the oldest tires of the bunch here.
That is showing.
Yep.
Is that Cody Ware that just passed him?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'd be curious to see how fresh Cody Ware's tires are.
It doesn't matter. It's Cody Ware.
Cody Ware is on 100 lap fresher tires. He is. Here comes Hocevar coming down pit road after only 40 laps on those tires. An 80 lap run to the checkers on this set of tires.
That's a strategy I wouldn't have seen.
Yeah, that is a bold strategy there. So wait and see if it pays off for him, Cotton. Love seeing the fuel guy's footwork to get the tire back to the pit lane, to the pit wall there.
Yeah.
But yeah, a little bit of a slow stop there too. Getting, having a little bit of trouble getting the car jacked up on the side there. Not even a fast pit stop for Hocevar there.
You just almost took out your boy coming off the pit lane.
Which one? McDowell?
McDowell.
That would have been a teammate on teammate action there too, which is not good. Cindric and Logano both just got passed by Cody Ware. How fresh do those tires got to be?
I'm wondering how hopped up the gasoline was.
Is it what the nitrous percentage is?
Yeah. Bowman's looking pretty fast. And Cindric's had a good fast lap last time through.
Yep, but not quite fast enough to take that fastest lap away from Bubba still.
No.
Bubba is who knows where on the racetrack, but he still has that fastest lap from when he had the track position. So, I mean, again, it's going to be silly mistakes like that that he and that 23 team have got to cut out before the playoffs. You can't go ahead and make that kind of mistake at Darlington in the Southern 500 if you want to win the playoffs. Denny Hamlin up into the top 10. Making the pass on Byron here.
And Gisbergen 13th.
Yep. All right, what lap do you make your final green flag stop at? You go at 70, at 60? How late do you make that final green flag stop, assuming that we go green all the way to the checkers?
I think it really all depends on where you did this last stop, because some people went really early.
Yep.
And they're going to have to go in early again. I mean, that's the whole thing. Oh, race for the lead.
Yeah, Austin Dillon turning up that heat
there
for the race lead.
Oh, nope, not quite.
He's going to get there. Side by side, off the corner. Runs him wide. Who led the lap? I believe Blaney led the lap there. Down into turn
This is not a position I want to be in if I'm Blaney.
Leaving your faith up to Austin Dillon not to crash you?
Yeah.
Yeah. Especially considering 1 year ago.
Oh my goodness, look at this.
Yeah, I would not want to be Blaney in this situation.
No. Point 10, point 11 seconds behind him. I mean, he's right on his tail end.
Yeah. There he goes, down into the corner. Door to door, off the corner. He actually gives room. He doesn't force him up the track.
Nope.
Good clean racing by Dillon.
Yeah.
He's racing him hard and clean, exactly as we would want to see out of a potential champion. I mean, not claiming that he is a true championship threat, but that's what we want to see.
Oh, I thought he was going to clear.
I thought he was about to try and clear himself.
Yeah, that's what I meant by I thought he was going to clear.
Yeah, because he was not going to be clear.
No.
Oh, and hey, look who's also put himself in the mix here.
Cody Ware is in the middle of everything tonight. Except the lead. Well, no, he's
he's about to be in the middle of the lead here in a moment.
Yeah.
Just not racing
on the right lap.
Yeah, just not on the right lap here. So if you're Cody,
did you see did you see what Blaney did there?
What?
He took Cody up to the top and had Cody following him and pushing him.
Yeah, well, that's those Ford teammates for you. Cody wearing the Ford machine there. I will say a storyline that I actually don't know if we've talked a whole lot of. Oh, big wiggle out of Blaney's car there.
Yeah. Don't be pushing me on the corners.
Yeah, and here comes Dylan. There we go. Blaney able to clear Dylan here, and now Cody Ware alongside. Oh, who was that on pit road? Coming to pit road that nearly spun? Ross Chastain.
This is good racing.
Oh yeah, this is great. This is what we want to see from a short track package. I mean, this is the kind of racing we all want. Please tell me that this justifies. Hey, can we get Richmond as a championship track?
Oh.
Could you imagine if this was the race for the championship?
Wasn't there some talk about Richmond going away?
Yeah, I mean, they got rid of one of their dates already.
I know.
And the other one, who knows what the status of it is. But yeah, everybody always talks about it as the worst short track. It's I say it's my favorite racetrack on the circuit. I put it ahead of Bristol. I put it ahead of Martinsville for the short tracks.
I still like Bristol.
Oh yeah, I'm not saying Bristol's bad by any stretch. I mean, it's like when you're comparing Josh Allen to Lamar Jackson. They're both amazing, but one of them's got to be put ahead of the other.
Which Josh Allen?
The quarterback.
Oh.
Comparing two quarterbacks. Similarly, now I'm comparing two short tracks because that's where it's hard to compare because it's like I do struggle to compare, say, Daytona to a short track like this because they're just such drastically different racing styles.
Yeah.
And here comes Chastain on those fresh rubbers, just blitzing right past them.
I've got to think these two are going to tear these tires apart.
Yep.
In this race. I think it's going to depend which one is going to
blow a tire first.
Because it doesn't look like either one of them are overly interested in
backing down. Here's another question. How has Bowman not caught these two with how much they were battling back and forth?
Well, I don't know if you just saw it, but AD just took about a second lead on him.
Half second. But regardless, those two have been battling back and forth, slowing each other down for so long.
Oh, I know. Oh,
and here comes Dylan to pit road.
Oh, I was just saying, Blaney just blew by him. That's why.
Yeah, that would explain it.
Yeah.
Yeah, here comes Dylan. Gilliland tries to hit that three times fast.
Oh, one time slow.
Briscoe, Hamlin, Allmendinger, Byron, Nemechek, Suarez. Dylan, Gilliland. Man, some pretty quick pit stops here, honestly. I mean, Allmendinger at 9.7, 9.9 for Byron. Those are not bad.
No. Nemechek?
Can we send a wellness check for John Hunter Nemechek?
Yeah. Oh, 28.3 seconds? 28.3 seconds.
I was almost curious if his pit stop time was going to exceed his car number at 42.
Oh my goodness.
I mean, it's not like we were looking at John Nemechek as a potential race winner, but
how many spots do you have to lose to?
Considering the laps around here are 25 seconds, that's a lap.
Right. So
a full lap set stationary. I say Blaney screaming on the radio about right rear grip. I wonder why he might be having grip issues. Can't imagine that his tires are completely burnt up or anything.
I love how they showed Dylan down a lap, like a third of a second before he passed Blaney to get back on the lead lap.
Yep.
Okay,
A mortal pit stop there for Joey Logano at 10.1. Blaney with a 9.7. Not bad.
Yeah, that's a good pit stop for coming off the lead.
Yep. Now the question is, where do you merge with Austin Dillon here? Because you're going to imagine you're going to be merging right near him. And please don't merge right into him and take you both out.
So now your leaders are Larson, Keselowski, Zane Smith, Ty Gibbs,
Hocevar
up into 5th place.
Yeah, Hocevar, he's made his those guys have all made their final pit stops from Hocevar on back. And Zane Smith hits pit road for his final pit stop. Larson, Keselowski, Gibbs the last 3 to do it.
But you just saw how Austin Dillon's car is so much faster
than Hocevar for sure. And Blaney is just what? How did Blaney lose 5 seconds? I mean, I know he stayed on track a while longer, but he wasn't out there too much longer, and he lost over 5 seconds a gap.
About 8 seconds, actually.
Yeah, and Austin Dillon passes Ty Gibbs. Austin Dillon legitimately might be a shocker here for the race win.
Yeah. I love how the transcription talks about this is an exciting race. Like, you can't get a race right. That's what the whole thing we're talking about here. No race.
Well, maybe they have the autocorrect to avoid any topic of race. Don't want to accidentally enrage anybody. I seriously hope that's not the actual reason.
Okay, Geeky Philosopher just came out with a new video on YouTube.
All right.
You gotta go see that. I guarantee it. It's good.
All right. So, Austin Dillon now the race leader here. Hocevar to 2nd. Blaney jumping up to 4th here.
Kind of waiting for a yellow flag because I need to.
Blaney up to 3rd.
Take a break?
Well, hey, look, Brad Keselowski taking a break.
Yep. Building a submarine.
Yep. So that you can all live in it?
It's not yellow.
It might be, depending on what the flag gets thrown.
Yep. All right, I'm going to take a break.
All right, I'll cover for you. Yep. And topic for you to think about for the question I'll have for you when you get back. Talking about the Dodge coming back to trucks.
Oh.
Just something to think about so you have your answer potentially ready. But 48 laps to go here. Again, Austin Dillon just retook the lead. Ryan Blaney back up to 2nd. He's passed Hocevar. He's got 4 lap fresher tires than Austin Dillon. And he is coming for that lead. Again, right now, Austin Dillon, the fastest car on track, and he has a 5.5 second gap to Blaney. 5.5 seconds. Could we end up seeing an Austin Dillon win to make the playoffs? All right, well, I'm going to go ahead and borrow his chair, because again, his chair is more comfortable, and we'll put the racing flags up there. So there we go. Alright, so again, next weekend schedule. Friday, we got Xfinity Series qualifying, Cup Series qualifying, and Xfinity Series race. Then on Saturday night, we have the Cup Series race. Oh, the camera quality is just out. All right, there we go. So again, Austin Dillon out in front of the field, 5.5 seconds. He has got to hold on. 43 laps to go. 43 to go here. So we've only got 43 laps to go. And again, Blaney is doing his absolute best to run him down here. Austin Dillon currently being shown the race leader. That would put Bowman as a virtual lock into the playoffs on points, assuming no new winner at Daytona, which is a big assumption, but that is the topic of conversation here that we're going to have down the stretch here. 40 laps to go. We're going to get a couple laps in the cushion chair.
That was all about.
Yep.
Oh, Hosevar's back in.
Again?
Yep.
Why? You're done. I say you're done for the day if you're because unless you can, I mean, I guess if you race your way back on the lead lap and get a caution at the exact right time, maybe you can get your way back into this one. But then, what's going to stop everybody else from just grabbing their set of tires and matching you? So yeah, though back to the conversation I was bringing up though when you headed out. Yeah, what do you think about Dodge coming back to the Truck Series?
I think it's interesting.
Year? And more so, I'm kind of curious to know what about the thought about the fact that they haven't announced a single team that's actually going to be running their Dodge body kits next year so far.
Yeah. What was the thought process of bringing back a team when you didn't have a bringing back a manufacturer when you didn't have a team?
Yep. I mean, ThorSport has rotated manufacturers a bunch back and forth between Chevy, Toyota, and Ford over the last couple of years. So maybe they can make the swap to Dodge. Yeah, but like Front Row Motorsports, I think they're pretty well locked into Ford. Yeah, considering their Cup Series program's been a Ford program for years, and really they're the top Ford team in the trucks. So it's like, who would swap? Nice Motorsports maybe at the truck level? Would Spire be a candidate to swap? I don't think Spire is really in a position where they would want to hurt their relationship with Chevy at the moment.
Yeah, I think that would be tough.
Yeah.
I honestly, I don't understand why Dodge
is dodging the question.
Yeah.
Now I have heard rumors that maybe Colleague could be coming back to selling off some of their Xfinity Series equipment to build up a truck program.
Yeah.
So that would be a team I think that would be very much interested because they're already at basically the rock bottom of Chevy's pecking order. So there isn't much for them to lose by kind of severing some of those relationships with Chevy to look at the possible upside of going to the Ford. So that's at least what I'm looking at there if Colleague comes back to the trucks. But again, so far they haven't even announced that. But yeah, literally last night during the truck race, they had like 5 to 6 Dodge ads advertising that Dodge is back.
Without a team.
Yeah, without a team.
That's pretty interesting.
Yeah. Speaking of interesting, Austin Dillon out in front of this field, and as of right now, Bowman could basically lock himself in on points, assuming no new winner. at Daytona. Obviously, that's a big if. But the fact that he would be able to go into Daytona and not have to worry about points outside of the hypothetical of a new winner, that's got to be a good feeling to be able to sleep pretty comfortably on that one. 30 laps to go.
Austin Dillon's led 78 laps.
Yep. Yeah, say again, he looked good last year too. 3.5 seconds ahead of Blaney. Blaney's been reeling him in quite a bit.
He has.
First 24 races this season, he led a combined 8 laps through the first 24 races. And tonight he's led 77. 77. 79. Something about that math ain't mathing. Alright, so again, right now, 52 points ahead is Bowman over Busher as they currently run with Austin Dillon filling up that spot on the playoff grid. Again, Reddick could pretty well lock himself in as well if he can just if he was able to just have a bit of a recovery drive here late. I say, because if he can have like a 30-point lead on Bowman, I mean, then even if you have a new winner, Bowman's max points output is going to be somewhat limited, and he would need nearly a max points day, and he would need you to DNF really early at Daytona to all that to for Reddick to potentially still miss the playoffs.
So Blaney's catching up with Dillon, but it's not very fast.
Yeah, 26 laps to go. Do you think he gets there?
I mean, he's got four lap newer tires.
But at every lap that passes, that advantage becomes less and less. Even though it's still 4 laps. And 4 laps is 4 laps.
Getting stuck in some traffic, too. Blaney.
Is he? Because they were just showing Cindric in 4th place getting stuck in traffic. That's the confusing thing with Penske is when sometimes their other drivers will run sponsors that are completely contradictory, like or like for example, even just Cindric and Blaney both running yellow Duracell cars from time to time, or the Menards cars. That's like, come on, just run a different paint scheme. Hey Chad, how's it going? Please, Ace, let's go. All right, well, Austin Dillon, again, he's actually gained a little bit of ground on Blaney that last lap. So, can Dillon maybe steal that fastest lap award away from Bubba and get that extra point? Granted, it won't matter if he wins the race.
He's not going to get the fastest lap at this point on his tires, or any time between now and then.
Just remind me, how many laps did Denny Hamlin have on his tires at Dover when he set the fastest lap of the day? 80? Yeah, it was 80 laps on his tire. It was 80 to 85 laps on his tires when he set the fastest lap of the day at Dover.
Is this Dover?
No, but it's another short track.
Seems like tires have been a big issue here.
Yeah, they were a big issue at Dover, too. And Daytona next Saturday. Premier event. I will say, I'm definitely, I think that Daytona season finale definitely has kind of come into its own there. I'm curious what they end up deciding, though, to do for a 4th of July special next year. Because that had been the Chicago Street Course, but we know Chicago Street Course is taking a year off. I believe.
When's the 4th of July? What day of the week?
Yeah. 4th was on the Saturday.
Yeah. That'll be interesting because with the White House running their UFC fights on the White House lawn on 4th of July next year.
Yep. Well, that'll go up against any Xfinity or truck race on Saturday.
Yeah.
And I don't think they'll do a Saturday night Cup event. Although I would love to see a race on 4th of July again.
Well, wait another year.
Saturday night under the lights. I think Atlanta under the lights would actually be a really cool way to do 4th of July.
2027 will be on Sunday.
Will it?
4th of July,
yeah. Nope.
Monday?
Yep.
Leap year. Usually just moves up one day.
Oh, and Blaney falls to second, from second to third here. Here we go. Bowman up the inside. Yeah, Bowman just slingshots past him.
Yep.
I think Blaney might have used up whatever good was in those good years. Again, 10. We're going on 11 o'clock. The jokes are what they are. Oh, man.
But Dylan's holding a 3 3/4 second lead on
15 to go.
Bowman right now.
Yep, 15 laps to go.
So this race with these tires,
Yep,
it's starting to look like all the bands from the 80s that are and 70s that are still doing concerts.
yeah.
It's sort of like what I'm seeing out here because nothing is like it should be.
Yep.
But we're still watching.
Yeah, well, I mean, honestly, nothing being like it should be is actually, I think, the most interesting part here. I mean, you got SVG on pace for a top 15. You've got Zane Smith in 10th. And hey, who knows? Maybe, does Austin Dillon start just backing up a little bit?
Blaney's back 5 seconds now.
Yep.
Bowman's starting to catch up a little bit.
Yeah, at what point, if you're Austin Dillon, do you maybe slow down your pace to try and avoid catching those lap traffic? Especially if that lap traffic is Chevys. I don't know for sure what cars are at the tail end of the lead lap right now. Alright, everyone might hate him, but Dillon, those are my boys.
Looks like Briscoe's the tail end of the lead lap.
Okay, Briscoe. Okay, so that's a Toyota. Well, and honestly, that's the weird thing because you got Chevy on Chevy at the front of the field, so I don't even know what Chevy would do, what the Chevys would do if you do catch a Chevy. But yeah, 10 laps to go. Yeah, everyone might hate him, but the Dillons are my boys. Again, I was really supportive of Austin Dillon last year when he dominated this race up until
the last lap.
Yeah, up until that overtime restart when he decided to just make the stupidest move of all time. And I said it in the moment, you cannot let this stand. And ultimately NASCAR agreed. But I was very much supportive of seeing him dominate that race, and I'm looking forward to seeing Austin Dillon in the playoffs of this one. It'll definitely be interesting to see. I think the more wild card drivers we get into the playoffs, I think the better the racing will be when it comes to seeing if SVG survives. Because
Bowman's losing about a quarter second every 2 laps.
Losing or gaining?
Losing.
So
no, gaining.
Yeah.
Bowman is.
Yeah, Bowman's gaining. Yeah, okay. Yeah, I don't
at this point, I don't
yeah,
think
he's not going to catch him.
He's not going to catch Dillon. Dillon is going to have to really blow this.
Especially look at that.
4 cars in between them. 4 lapped cars.
Yep, and one of them's an RCR Chevy. I mean, I know that we were talking about how Chevy doesn't necessarily have a whole lot of orders. There is an RCR Chevy though, right there, number 33 of I almost said Austin Hill, but that's Jesse Love. They both have done time in the 33 this year. But
Oh, look at this.
Bowman just absolutely stuffed. And Jesse Love actually managing to break through that gap there. Bowman's going to be able to follow through, and he's 58 points above the cut line going into Daytona. He's got to feel somewhat safe. And, oh, whoa. What was all that rubber or something coming off of one of the cars there? Something black was coming out there. But yeah, Jesse Love not going to let Bowman get anywhere near that teammate of his. So Austin Dillon, possible race winner as long as we don't have a yellow here down the stretch.
4 laps to go.
Yeah.
2 3/4 seconds on the lead.
Yeah, barring a caution, I think this one is pretty much Dillon's to lose. So let's see. Nemechek's down 11 laps. Wow. SVG in 14th place, 1 lap off the pace right now. Bubba Wallace does still have the fastest lap of the day.
2 laps are down.
Yep. But hey, that's an extra point. There we go. 2 laps to go. All he needs to do is see the white flag. Because if he sees the white flag, at least a caution flag can't end it. Or a caution flag would end the race. Yeah, it won't send it to overtime.
Right. 15 seconds you need to stay out there.
Yeah, and then you just need to avoid being the caution is the other thing you
Yes.
got to avoid on that white flag. So here we go. White flag, 1 lap to go for Austin Dillon. Austin Dillon seeking revenge for 1 year ago when the caution flag ended his shot to win the race. And then he ended his shot to keep the win by junking 2 cars on the path to it. But redemption for Austin Dillon, a full year in the making, and the Bass Pro Shops number 3 heads to victory lane
sideways.
Yeah, in convincing fashion. Congratulations to Austin Dillon. Bowman second. Third will be Blaney. Actually, maybe not. Oh, yep. Blaney does hold off Logano, Cindric, and Larson, who all come across the line very quickly here. Suarez, Berry, Keselowski, and Hamlin rounding out your top 10 finishers here tonight.
Suarez, number 7.
Yeah, Suarez, a good finish. Unfortunately, he's in a must win. He's gonna need to win next week at Daytona if he wants a playoff spot. Speaking of winning, Austin Dillon will be a part of that playoff picture. Yeah, in 2 weeks when we get to Darlington.
So, does he get up on top of this guy?
Oh, we'll have to wait and see. I'm actually kind of curious because depending on the recovery speed of Zilich, I'm kind of curious because he's supposed to be the driver taking over that 99 car. What happens if he's not? If the collarbone recovery time takes longer than expected?
Well, in collarbone for a race car driver is tough because you've got that collar piece that comes down, and then that helmet sits on top of it. I've got to think that would hurt.
Yeah, so that'll be something to talk about down the stretch here. One, in terms of how soon could he come back, because the playoffs for the Xfinity Series drivers begins, I believe, at Bristol. So he would have to be back in a month. He has about a month to get back, to make to get in for the playoffs. But there we go. Let's see Austin Dillon climbing from his car. Getting all the belts off. Again, he's got to be elated. Again, a full year in the making. 365 days. He's thought about this, about the one that got away. and he climbs out of the car, standing on that window net.
And then someone hits him in the back of the knees.
Yep. But there we go. Congratulations to Austin Dillon. If you guys are just here for the race reaction, that'll be the end of the stream. But as per usual, I'm gonna go through the full finishing order. Yeah, I'm sure you'll be thankful of that because that is exactly how you do it with movie credits, going through the full results.
Absolutely.
Before we head off. So again, if you guys were just here for the race reaction, hopefully you guys enjoyed, and we will see you guys next week for Daytona. Well, I will. You'll be on vacation, but I'll be here for Daytona. But we'll have to go off of our apps because this thing is just refreshing every 15 to 20 seconds. That. Yeah, it's supposed to go to a different page for the results, but it just doesn't. So, and say if you want to go back and forth every 5, so you want the first 5 or the second 5?
I'll take the second 5 because I'm not there yet.
All right.
Oh, I'm in the wrong thing now. I'm going into fantasy.
Yeah, leaderboard. So, you want first 5 or second 5?
Second 5.
All right. So yeah, Austin Dillon first. Again, a full year in the making, as we've said. We talked quite a bit about him today, getting this win, and he will be a part of the playoffs in 2 weeks' time at Darlington, a track he has a second place finish at. So he could run pretty well, and I'm curious to see where he finishes. Yeah, Alex Bowman second, Ryan Blaney third. And in fact, the rest of the top 5 being Penske drivers, Blaney, Logano, and Cindric, rounding out your top 5 with those 3 Penske Fords.
All right, and then we start the Chevys with Kyle Larson coming in 6th. Suarez, like I said, he is impressing me. Suarez coming in 7th after, 6th place last week?
Yep. No, he was 7th last week.
7th last week? Okay.
Yeah, back-to-back 7ths.
Yep, nothing wrong with that. Josh Berry, again, good showing in 8th position. Brad Keselowski, 9th position. And Denny Hamlin rounds out the top 10 in 10th position.
Yep. Zane Smith coming home with an 11th place finish. A driver I feel like almost nobody's really thought much about except for AJ Allmendinger when he got blocked in by Zane Smith earlier in the race. Probably the only time anyone's thought about Zane Smith in about a month and a half, 2 months probably. Willie B, my pick for the win. He ends up coming home with a solid 12th place finish, which that's kind of what I picked him for. I needed a solid finish. And he did that. Chase Briscoe comes home 13th place. 14th for SVG, having a very good oval performance here. And I'm saying that again, bodes well for him getting ready for the Cup Series playoffs. And Carson Hosford to round out your top 15.
I got to tell you, I didn't see Chase Briscoe being in that lead lap after that crash that he had.
Yeah, being the main component of that crash. Yeah.
All right, 16 is Kyle Busch. 17.
Stealing all my guys.
I was say Michael McDowell. No, next one's mine though.
We both like him.
That's all right.
Yeah.
Number 18, Ty Gibbs. And number 19 is Ross Chastain. And then the younger brother?
Yeah.
Younger brother to...
the other Dillon.
Yeah, the other Dillon. Ty Dillon comes in 20th.
Yep. Then 21st is where Christopher Bell rolls rolls across start-finish line. AJ Allmendinger, after a promising early run, got stuck behind Zane Smith and then just never recovered that track position. Comes home 22nd. 23rd for Ricky Stenhouse Jr. He's got one last shot. Daytona next week. Could we see Ricky Stenhouse Jr. punch a ticket to the playoffs? Cole Custer 24th. And rounding out the top 25 is Todd Gilliland, another one of those front row motorsports drivers who are currently awaiting to see what the result of this lawsuit in December is going to pose for their future.
Yeah.
That'll be something else to talk about on a future race.
Position 26 is Eric Jones. This starts the 2 laps down in the race. Eric Jones and Legacy Motor. 27th, Noah Gregson. 28, Bubba Wallace, who showed really strong performance in the beginning through the middle of the race and ends up in 28th. Corey Heim in 29th and Chris Buescher in 30th. Probably just about enough to stay in good position for his race into the playoffs.
Yeah, well, and we'll get to that in a moment. But yeah, Bubba Wallace, just the unforced error of coming out of his pit box with that loose wheel. Yeah, but yeah, then you got 31st Riley Herbst. Yeah, Cody Ware, who was doing Cody Ware things and very unlike Cody Ware things, passing people.
Leaders.
Yeah.
Passing the leaders.
Yep. He was passing quality cars. Yeah, then you have Jesse Love driving car 33 in spot 33. 34th for Tyler Reddick after being involved in that in a couple of different crashes in the race, which is weird because we only had 5 total cautions, 3 of which were for incidents, 2 of which involved him. And then you have Ryan Preece rounding out the top 35, and that is going to be a death knell for Ryan Preece. He is going to have to win at Daytona. He is just going to have to flip and win at Daytona.
Yeah, he'll do a wheelie going over the finish line.
I had to fit that one in there.
All right, so John Hunter Nemechek comes in 36th, 11 laps down.
Yep.
Justin Haley comes in 37th, 202 laps down, and Chase Elliott comes in
dead last,
38 at 203 laps down.
Yeah, that'll round out our Cup Series field from today. I'm just going to check chat real quick, see if there's any other messages. Okay, nothing there, so we will see you guys. Well, I will see you guys next week for some Daytona racing. Again, he will be on vacation, but we hope to see you again soon. Obviously, we'll get to see each other at New Hampshire for the in-person race.
Yes, we'll be broadcasting that one together.
Yep. Not sure if we'll end up doing any of the first round playoff races. Maybe Gateway together in the middle of the first round. We'll have to wait and see, but
yeah.
I'm going to say, certainly possible, but hopefully you enjoyed, and until next time, hopefully you enjoyed, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Live stream, whatever you decide to do with the rest of your night. Have a great night, everybody, and goodbye!
Sleepy bye.
Yep.